Okay. Just making sure that I am live everywhere where I need to be live and that everything is working proper. Pella. It's been a very long time since we've done this. Welcome everybody to the Overthinking Football Show. Of course, my name is George Mokwena, and this is a special presentation because we finally have some football, man. We finally have some football back. And we're going to be watching Orlando Pirates versus Supersport in the MTN8. Of course, as we know, Orlando Pirates won this tournament before. It was Orlando Pirates' second defense of the trophy and Jose Rivero's third trophy out of 4. So there was the MTN8, the Nedbank Cup, and then he again did it last season. So we are back. In terms of the starting lineups, you have Goss in goal for Supersport United, somebody who was brought over and officially signed by Supersport United. Apparently, Stan Matthews said, we can't keep loaning these players and then not being able to play with these players when it's time for them to face their parent team, Mamelodi Sundowns. So Ricardo Goss has been brought in. Nico Mobi is also a new signing for them. Then you have Ayes Tlachoyo and Sanuka, as well as Pochenpool, Rapo, Macheman, Juaman, Japule, and Chrobla. You'll hear a lot of new names, man. You'll hear a lot of new names. They've gone back with a lot of them. Of course, Sanuka has joined. Then you have Pule, who's joining from Orlando Pirates. Very interesting, because the way I understand it, he signed a contract last year with Pirates. So that's very, very interesting. King B says we back to SA football. Let's see if the Sea Robbers will defend it again. Look, what I will say is that Jose is under pressure. But it doesn't seem like the pressure is coming from the Pirates fans. Here comes Supersport on the attack. It doesn't seem like the pressure is coming from Pirates fans. Everybody else is speaking about Jose doing something big this season. But it's going to be tough to defend the other trophy, most probably Nedbank Cup. At least MTN8 ends very quickly. But remember, Pirates has a packed schedule this year. If they do make it into the Champions League, that means at the very least that's 6 group stage matches. Then they've got 3 of these matches. Then they've got 30 league games. Then they've got 6 Nedbank Cup matches. Then they've got, it's a lot, guys. It's a lot. Carling Cup is also there. So it's going to be a heavy season for Orlando Pirates, especially first time out in Africa. The traveling might get to them. So let's see if Jose is able to do something with that. In terms of Pirates, the starting lineup is as follows. Khanye is in goal. You have Ndase, Sana, Munyane, and Hoto. Then you have Makaula, Mbata, Mfukeng, Maswanganye, Utito, and then Saleng and Mabasa. So let's see how this team is going to play. It's so interesting. It's so interesting to see Ndlondlo on the bench because at the beginning of last season, Ndlondlo was one of the more important players at Pirates and he started falling off. And that's where my conversation, honestly, about this season in terms of what Pirates can do becomes very important, right? Does Pirates have a deep enough squad to be able to go far in all of these competitions and potentially win the league on top of that? So maybe they don't win the MTN8, maybe they don't win the Nedbank, maybe they don't win the Carling Cup. Do they have a deep enough squad to travel, to come back, to play, to do that? We've only really seen Mamelodi Sundowns do it, and even with them, it's years of experience now of them playing in the Champions League that is actually giving them that advantage. We saw with Supersport, for example, just as a minor example, we saw with Supersport. Supersport's home games were played in Polokwane last season. Supersport were playing CAF Confed, if I'm not mistaken, and that really hurt that team in terms of the league. They finished 6th, 7th in the league last season, and you could tell that it wasn't the Supersport we're used to. So can Pirates do it? But let me see. Welcome. Skipper Ninja. King B says Jose knows this season the fans won the Betway League. Okay, King B, will fans be fine with coming second in the Betway League and not winning any trophies? Does it change the type of pressure that is under Chrobla? Oh, takes the shot, takes it over. Honorable member, welcome. Honorable member, King B says, question is how big of a number is the Pirates squad? That's one question, how big that squad is. But my secondary question for me, Ned, to be honest with you, is if Jose can manage that, can rotate that squad. I think last season with Pirates, we saw two different Pirates teams. In the beginning of the season, you had, like I said, Bondondo playing, Abo Timo on the bench. Oh, nda. Very casual, very casual. That's a card, ref. Aye, that's a card, ref. Could even be red. Yo, hey, already, Munyane. They've been waiting for Munyane all season long. And he's already got a yellow card. 4 minutes in. Okay, let's see. Agent says, look out for number 25. I am so far impressed with him. We'll keep an eye. Amati already benefiting. Aye, man. Okay, it was just outside. Just outside. King B first yellow of the new season. So let's see how that's going to pan out. But the one thing that I have not spoken to, or I have not asked, is about Pella. Now keep Betway Prem. Now your money is Mankala. You know where they're going. So okay.
The game has changed today. There's betting. There's all these people are emotional.
Do the tiers change now that you know that your Betway losses are going directly to the teams? I want to know, guys, what are we saying for today? Is Pirates going to win this? Is Supersport going to win this? Let's see. Dino says Vincent Pule. Agent, Linda keep that dog so because it was very close. But I see call up. In the last 5 games, Orlando Pirates has won 2, drawn 2, and lost 1. Their last game being a loss versus Al Sadd. And then Supersport have won 4 and drawn 1. Their last game being, their last proper reported game being versus Gaborone United, where they won 1-0. In terms of the last 5 games where these two teams have met, Supersport United has 2 wins, Pirates has 1, and there's been 2 draws. So it's very interesting. We're watching the Cup Kings versus what we might call a hoodoo team for Orlando Pirates. Aye, wait now. So that's going to be very interesting. So now when I bet, I'll be giving my money to Pirates or Chiefs. I get it. You have to bet. You're going to have to bet Supersport bet if you wanted to go directly to Chiefs or Pirates. Okay. But if you wanted to go to the league, Betway has put 900 million rand down. 900 million. Guys, I read somewhere that South Africa's betting market in terms of football is one of the biggest in the world. We are double or 3 times England in terms of the amount of betting we do a season. So it's literally like we are one of the top countries in the world in terms of betting, which is insane when you think about it, because of our economic conditions and all of that stuff. So Betway, man, they know where their bread is buttered. At least now, man. Mankala, like I said, labo over 4.5 billion, over 2.5. At least we know where they're going. Let's see. Finally, football is back. Supersport is winning this easy. GT, are you saying they're gonna win it easy? I don't know, man. Pirates are usually up for these games. I always say about Pirates. That Pirates is an emotional team. And what I mean by Pirates being an emotional team is that they live for these games. They live for finals. They live for derbies. They live for cup games, right? It's almost like they wake up for those games and you see a different Pirates than you'd normally see. One of the things that Jose is going to have to fix, for those people who are saying that Jose must win the league, the one big thing he has to fix right now is going to be a level of consistency from his team in the league. So we understand that you guys are incredible when it comes to MTN 8 semi-finals, MTN 8 finals, Nedbank Cup finals. But those Tuesdays versus Kukune United on a random Tuesday, those are the games that lead to league wins. So is Pirates ready to take those games seriously as well, right? If you watch them randomly on a Tuesday, you'd think it's a completely different team. So that's a big thing that Ucho is going to have to look at. But my point was, Pirates usually wakes up for these games. Supersport, I'm not quite sure what's going to happen with them. They have made some significant changes to that squad. A lot of experience, quote-unquote, players have come inside to that team, and he's lost a lot of his youth. So if you think about Campbell, Jean-Ray Campbell, who is currently in Belgium. You think of Ime Ocon, who's not here. You think of all of these type of players that he lost out on, and they're rebuilding one more time. So let's see what they can do here. Oh, Pule. Welcome back. Welcome back to Escodini. It's going to be a tough one, OT. Maybe extra time since fun. Now, King B says, that's because we are football lovers and we must stop hiding and supporting Chiefs. What football is Pirates playing? TT, I don't know. Pirates might be starting slow. Who knows, guys? Who knows? Mara, there's companies, come on.
La Penica. Uala Penica. No Penica.
But we all know, man, when they come from Spain, there's only jet lag nyana for their games. They need to get back to South African football again. King B says, yeah, playing for Club Rouge. Yeah, the development of Club Rouge. Club Next. Or Supersport playing into Pirates' hands. It's tough to say, Agent, because we haven't necessarily seen Pirates attack. I mean, the most dangerous thing we've seen them do was that counter attack. So maybe pushing all those players forward might catch them out, I guess. I would have expected a much more cautious approach from a Supersport team, but it does look like they want to play, which is good signs. Oh, there we go. What a ball. Ay, man. Pule. Ay, Pule, man. We're expecting a bit more there. Let me see. Oh, the VN. Liska Paniska. Relax, guys. Relax. We're only 11 minutes in. If you're a Pirates fan, relax.
Bathi ngikusheka ngisunda. Oh, khakhaze. Why you khakhazeling, my brother? Relax.
That's what Joseph Dare is saying. Don't khakhazel, man. Don't khakhazel, man. Okay, Pule, hitting it over the post there. It's going to be interesting. I think the most interesting thing that I'm watching for in this Pirates game, right, is the progression of the ball. One of the things that Pirates did well early last season was that, again, Undondlo became the link from tshwane to Ndondlo to Tito, to some of the players who are up front, right? He was a very good link. He could drop back and collect the ball. One of the things that I used to say about Pirates was that Pirates, because it's those two different teams, they do two different things. So, for example, if you have Koki and CBC in the defense, you can't play out using your defense. So that's when Ndondlo became the first outlet. Now, if you have if you have Nda on the pitch, he's the playmaker. He becomes the playmaker. He's the one who wants to take the ball and throw it forward, usually long diagonal balls to the sides, which is a completely different play. We know that Makaula is not necessarily a ball carrier, and I think Mbata is more effective, I would say, in an attacking sense, and he'll have to do a lot of growing in terms of being the first port of call when they play the ball out from the back. So if you see here, Supersport is pretty much allowing Pirates to have the ball when they try play it back, and then you see, there's the ball. That's what he's looking for. Now, to Agent's point, if Supersport commits too many people forward, that's how you get caught out. So if there's too many people up front, Pirates is probably going to look for a long raking ball on a counter. The other player that I'm very interested about when I'm watching this game is Usale. He's been picking up a very central role. Like it's interesting that is Jose trying to convert him into a more central playing player, a 10-ish, a false 9. Is that what he's trying to do? Because the balance of Pirates, again, from the beginning of the season last year, was that on the left-hand side, most of the time, Tito and Mfukeng would be combining on that side. They'd be playing a lot closer to each other and feeding off of each other. Then you'd have, on the other end, Usale, who's waiting for a ball in so he can run in from that right-hand channel and maybe get a shot to do something. There was a balance there. Then you'd have Lepasa in the middle of the pitch, Lepasa in the middle, who was a box killer. As long as the ball goes into the box, he would get his own goals from there, right? Then they swapped it when they took out all of those other guys, where you'd see, not Munare, you'd see, who's that boy who was playing up the right? Abo Libitso. They'd kill the right-hand side and have Libitso be the player that's going all the way up. So it's going to be interesting, again, to see what system Jose decides to go with this season and how effective that's going to be. If you guys want to win the league as Pirates, you can't afford another slow start. But anyway, let me read some of these comments here. Pule will cost Supersport United. The coach was supposed to introduce him second half. Hey, they always say experience. Our PSL coaches lean on that one. Oh, losing Chandra is going to be one hell of a loss for Supersport, to be honest. Did the field ever got fixed for the new season? Which field? Supersport through men forward, spaces are open at the back. Pirates will exploit them. Mara King B, we've got a national team, Nico Mobi, at right back. We've got a former Pirates player, and I believe he was a league-winning captain, Tyson Tlatswayo, there at the back. You've got Mzansi's number 2, Ricardo Cos. Should they be afraid of Pirates? Look at the gap. So watch. Where does China go with this ball? Nda. You see what I told you guys? Where does he go? Then Da plays the long ball. I personally don't like Nda holding the ball. Like, I feel like Nda holds the ball a little bit too much for my liking. And to be effective with what Nda is doing, you would need, I think, faster play, a quicker transition, earlier balls, right? Because if he does lose the ball, he's alone there. So let's see. Very interesting patterns. We did the same thing at Kaizer Chiefs. We were doing the same thing with Edmilson Dove, who became our primary ball handler and player. But yeah, here comes Pirates. Oh, there's those spaces. Goal. Oh, yeah. No, what was that? Mfukeng on the right-hand side. Heaven.
Bafana, man. What?
Let's see. Agent says Saleng's equivalent to the matchbox is out. We did say that matchbox was Pirates. It does the hey, let me not. I was gonna say something. No, let me not get into trouble. First time back. Pirates won't win this game in the 90 minutes, says Little Sonolo. King B says we said that with Sundowns, they met him Mfukeng, the Yamal of SA football. Eh, man, Yamal. Pananom says what an opportunity. It was a crazy opportunity. MK is also talking about the pitch not being lacquer. Look, after I saw Toyota Stadium for the Chiefs game, guys, are these guys taking these games seriously? Also, when you're speaking about the stadium, I think I'm a little bit disappointed not to see the top tier open, not to see it full to the brim with fans. First game back of the season. Paris did amazingly end of the season, winning the Nedbank Cup dramatically through who some people are calling the Yamal of South African football. Would have been nice to have this place fully packed, but I could be jumping the gun. in that, sometimes they put restrictions on the number of people at a fan anyway, at a stadium anyway. So it could be one of those cases. I'm not sure, and I don't want to be negative. The Suganje. Selling initiated that setup. That's true, I don't know. Agent says the lucky charm is off. Wutikuto says showboating. The showboating conversation. Hey, that conversation is gonna be long. Sancho says Supersport is going to win 2-1. Yo, very interesting. The old man can't be Amal. That old man can't be Amal, says Nkabetse. Malumekuto says, yeah, Tito does it when we are winning. Hey, Malumekuto, I'm sure I can hubulela, Moda. I'm sure I can hubulela. Hey, guys, yes, can you please tap the screen, tap the screen, tap the screen, tap the screen. I'm looking for 15,000 likes today. I'm looking for 15,000. We're going to come in slowly. So if you can tap the screen, it is free. It helps with ranking. It helps with analytics. It helps with all of that stuff. And little rosanyana, man, guys. Little giftinyana, man, guys. Ow. Balubekusa says, I'm here stuck in traffic. Oh, it's stuck in traffic. Eh, guys, go stadium. 20 minutes in, it is 0-0. Both teams haven't looked fluid. Both teams haven't looked like they're really going for it like that. Some, beginning of the season mistakes. I mean, you can't expect that much right now. But let's see if Supersport can get something here. Oh, look at the mistakes in the defense. Oh, Kosiam. Handball, Rev. Hi, Rev. Don't cheat them. Already there was a dog so. Already they had dog so bad. I saw Austin Tabby text that I thought it was boss lady saying. Kiwi says, who is Tshwane? What team was he at? I'm not sure. I also know him from Pirates, to be honest with you. Maybe somebody there in the comments can just say, Rev. Somebody there in the comments can just put it up. Actually, weren't we supposed to get VAR trials this year in the big games? Weren't we meant to get VAR? I believe that was the conversation we were having, well, the league was having last year, that they were going to trial VAR in like MTN 8 and all those things. Or are they looking just for the finals? Is that where the trials will be? Just finals? But then again, can Danny Craven take VAR, for example? Danny Craven Stadium. Maybe it's for the finals. Okay, maybe it's for the finals. But yeah, there's a big conversation about VAR now that we're seeing alleged benefiting. Alleged benefiting. I don't want to say they benefited, but
I benefited and I have no shame.
No shame. Tux, friendlies. I hear friendlies. So my chat is always context of the games also better. So for example, this is an MTN 8. It's Pirates who really want to win this trophy. It's Supersport who may want to do something. It's a full stadium. There's different pressures. There's all of that different stuff, right? So it's a different situation than what you'd get at a friendly, right? And you need to play these games in order, I think, to get back up to par, right? Chiefs playing a Toyota Cup, for example, and losing. I don't think that's a preparation for if they were to play Nedbank. Well, where they play Nedbank. You get me? So I think maybe the first half is going to be a sloppy affair. We'll see in the second half. They're benefiting second one, but okay. They're not ashamed. They're benefiting Sespandino. Chairman said that VAR is expensive. Uche, Dr. Ivan Khoza said that VAR is expensive. And that's why we don't have it. Apparently, the costs are astronomical. Like, apparently the costs upwards of it's millions of rands per stadium. Your stadiums have to be up to par. You have to have the referees and the personnel trained. Last I checked, last season, I don't know if that's changed now, but last season we only really had 4 referees that were VAR certified. 4 referees that you could call VAR refs in the country that were trained in all of that stuff. So it was, even from that point of view, another handball situation for Pirates this time. Even from that point of view, it wasn't enough. And then the big one, and this is what I've heard and what I've been told, the big conversation that is happening is who must carry the cost. Because if you remember, VAR is not, refs are not PSL. They don't fall under the PSL. They're provided by SAFA. So the PSL is probably looking at SAFA and going, oh, Mara guys, oh, Pirates there with a chance. Oh, gosh, got kicked. PSL is looking at SAFA and saying, we can't fit the bill for this thing if we don't control. And obviously SAFA is saying, Mara, we've got nothing to do with you guys. So that is part of the problem. That is part of the problem with this. I don't think it's as hard to implement because they had spoken to FIFA and they'd gotten permission to start moving into VAR. But yeah, I think it's politic again that's killing us there. Pirates ref has started, says Sancho. Gavin says they're already benefiting. Agent says, I see cat and mouse with PSL and SAFA. Exactly, Agent. We won't be seeing it soon. I also think money is a very big. I think it was Upratemba Chavalala. On one of his lives, he spoke about how much it actually costs to implement this VAR. I had thought it was 14 million per stadium. Apparently, it's way more. Personally, I would have gone with, a workaround with multi-choice. Apparently, DSTV and Supersport did want to jump in because they've got the capabilities. Essentially, they've got all of the hardware and all of that stuff. So it's going to be interesting. But anyway, let me see. I doubt PSL team. Supersport is going to regret these first-time chances, says GT. MK says, I heard already some tenders happening. It soon might be implemented. Well, the thing is, VAR is only one supplier, basically. FIFA has only ratified 1 or 2 suppliers. So you can only get VAR properly or sanctioned by FIFA if you get it from those guys. Jesus, that pitch is bad. Yo, that pitch is horrible. How do they allow this? And it's not to say pitches don't get horrible, but you know that you've got an MTN8 game coming. Those who are in and around Soweto, was there anything happening in Soweto over the past, let's say, 3-4 weeks? We trained an extra 3. Yes, I remember the extra 3 refs for VAR. Is it not self and government to help grow SA ball by paying for VAR? I'll put it like this. Would you pay for something that you have no control over? That's the fight, basically. SAFA can't, if SAFA take out that money, they're going to want some sort of control. And you know that in South Africa, for those who don't know, it's 2 separate, it's 2 separate camps. We don't have FA league. League falls under FA. We don't have that type of relationship where, like in Egypt, they can say we're suspending the league because Egypt is playing, and the league has to abide by those rules. In SA, Yaliwa, these ones have control, those ones have control. They basically live together, but you leave my stuff, I leave your stuff, and we live our lives like that. The pitch is horrible. Dino says, this is nonsense. St. Knox says nothing was happening. Yeah, so I don't understand. And if it's like this today, I mean, okay, maybe you could argue that you've got maybe a month before the actual league kicks off. Which begs the question, Orlando is Pirates Stadium like other stadiums, so this is disappointing. Well, it's technically Pirates Stadium. The ownership of that is more to do with Dr. Irvin than with Pirates, but conversation for a different day. I'm just shocked because we also saw Toyota Stadium looking a certain way. I think the Mbombela was a lot better with the Augsburg games and TS Galaxy and the cup that they have that side. I think it looked a lot better if I'm not mistaken, but this is not on, man. This is not on. But Pirates have CAF. Also remember. That's true. That's true. The 18th. I get it. Pirates is playing on the 18th. Yeah, that's true. We can't be having out. Yo. Just in that replay, you could see a patch of the pitch. Toyota thing is the rugby that plays there a lot. That's true, King B. But I agree, you always pay people to look after these things. I mean, I was at Tugs and Elsie de Villiers, the guy who was in charge of facilities, Enver. I think he's still there, and I think he's higher up. They made sure that those grounds were impeccable. I get it. I used to brag about it. We always see Lucas. I expected this kind of stadium. But then, Agent, is it worrying that a lot of them, how many stadiums do we have that are somehow in this condition a lot of times? I know, for example, Buffalo City's Stadium pitch is bad a lot of the time. Now we're seeing Orlando. We've seen Toyota Stadium, which is probably going to be where Marumo Gallants is going to play its football. Obviously, Loftus, the Cheetahs has a say in that. And Loftus, just wide from Tito. Hey, Tito. Ambulance Sembisa is trying to put Pirates on his back so that they can win this. Shot there by Tito, just went wide. It is a corner. Just look at that goal. Like, look at the small box. Look at the small box. Look at that whole line. And like from the corner flag to the other corner flag. Yo! Okay, Danny Craven is usually fine. The Peter Mukabas are usually okay. Lucas is sometimes a problem. Lucas is sometimes a problem. Which other stadiums are an issue? Tito was inspired by the sirens at the stadium. That's fun to know. User 736 says winter's affecting the grass. I hear you, but I mean, winter is not a new thing in sport. You know, surely we should look into how do they keep these pitches alive. Look at that. Every time they zoom in. Oh. How many have sprinklers, the new natural grass, which is more adaptable. And that's what I'm saying, Agent, that this is the top league, man. I mean, remember, they said that Supersport wasn't allowed to play Lucas Moripe because Lucas Moripe wasn't up to scratch, remember. And apparently Sundowns put in a bill there. Supersport says they've also been paying for a very long time for the upkeep of that thing. So is this our league? Let's see. Bombela's perfect, says Alfred. Yeah, Bombela's perfect. You could argue Polokwane, but I did say it's the two Peter Mukabas. F&B is usually really good, even after concerts. There are things done for the grass to be healthy in winter. I'm sure the servicing guys know this. It's the new grass. I forgot the name. It's why you see in the EPL they have, even when they have snow, it's still okay. Yeah, do something. I mean, I think I'm not asking for the grass to disappear under Orlando Stadium and a completely new pitch to come in. No, but just upkeep and maintenance. 32 minutes in, it is 0-0. It has not been a classical game. It has not been a classic game. Like it feels like there's glimpses of what you want the teams to be doing. So, for example, Supersport for a very long time in this game were playing heavy with that front three, like pushing them forward every single time they got the ball. They were trying to catch Pirates on transition. You see Pirates trying to overload sides. I think the left-hand side has been the more overloaded one. But in terms of actual output, yeah, this game has been poor so far. Unless they just neglect them or not following proper instructions. King B says, do SA teams have the money for maintenance? Well, it's not their problem, to be 100% honest with you. It's not their problem. Outside of Orlando, which is a different agreement, you pay your money and they have to look after it. I've got a video on YouTube where I break down the costs of running a team, and teams pay per game for these stadiums, a lot of money per game for these stadiums. So it shouldn't necessarily be up to them. It's part of the price. You know, if you want to rent out F&B, there's a certain amount that you pay, which should come all inclusive with making sure that everything is fine, if especially for sporting events, right? Orlando's a bit different. Like I said, Orlando has less to do with Pirates and more to do with Dr. Ivan Khoza. I believe the consortium that he runs also, oh, there we go, also runs Ellis Park, you know. What's the new name of Ellis Park? Ellis Park, Emirates King, is it still Emirates Airlines Park? I forgot. They've got a couple of stadiums. And then with Orlando, for example, you hardly see events happening at Orlando. You hardly see anything other than football and a certain church having events there. So yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Do SA teams, okay, it's our league. I saw groundsmen watering with a hose pipe. Won't mention the team. Hey, my rage. Pella, they have to pay Sereno. Even Loftus. Yeah, no, Loftus is top class. Loftus is top class. There was a video, agent, where they were speaking where Fleming also spoke, and they spoke to the groundskeepers of Loftus, and yeah, they also were like, no, we have to do a lot of work, and they got a new grass as well. So yeah. Which church? No, it's a church. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a church. If ever you've seen another event at Orlando Stadium that is not Pirates playing, you'll know the church. But Tukara had 190K to use Toyota Stadium just for one game. True, and you pay per game. You pay per game. So Soweto. Well, Soweto. Kaizer Chiefs pays a lot of money for F&B Stadium every game. You pay per game every game, and to be the maintenance there, you know. But it's Kia Orlando, siko officing ya Dr. Irvin. Luckily for them. But yeah, there's teams that have done things. Chippa United have a deal with the Buffalo City Municipality for them to use that stadium. I believe that deal is 33 million over 3 years. Comfortably covers the cost of renting out stadiums and things like that, if they even make them rent out those things. You have Royal AM Koherikwala, they're getting paid 27 million over 3 years to use that stadium. Some of them negotiate deals to say, Mara, guys, we the guys that are bringing stuff today. So we all games and people to the stadium. Like, it's messy, man, this game. It's messy. Presidente Yama 2000, we haven't seen him much. Kalete Mbata hasn't been that influential in the middle. Yeah, man. Like, I understand in the case of Supersport to a degree, because they're a mix and match of new players. But Pirates, man. And it's the build-up. I keep telling you, it's the build-up. They don't know how to build this build up right now. Look and then it's going to keep cycling when somebody needs to be dropping. That's why I'm like, Talente should be the one maybe that's coming back to receive the ball and play it up, you know. Maraman Bugelunda Alogal no Cesane. What are you going to do here? Okay, let me see. That cheese money they use for F&B could be used to help us get a star for one. And play where? In EPL, they use a combination of perennial ryegrass and artificial grass. Says Ufandinom. Very interesting, very interesting. Do you think that we could do that type of thing with a lot of our stadiums here? I think they're playing too fast for our first game of the season, says GT. It's the new season, give them time. They went on holiday eating up pop and crying too much. But again, they were in Spain. They were in Spain. And then I think Supersport was in Botswana. But Arabon. GT, thank you so much for the rose. MK, thank you so much for the rose. Let me see if we're back on YouTube as well in full. As you get excited for football to come back, then you watch, you know, is there one shot on target maybe? Mariela Mfukeng says, where are you reading the live chats from on YouTube? I'm reading them from TikTok. Hey, Pela in Spain, Talendembata was auditioning, boy. He didn't want to come back. Okay, let's see. I'm just using, I'm looking at the YouTube comments. How are you feeling on the new season? I'm optimistic, but I always start optimistic. Then, you know, you get disappointed a few too many times. I don't think it'll be outrageous that one of the top betting countries in the world, because of our economic conditions, with the middle class gradually separating from lower class in terms of salary, I think the country is headed for upper class and lower class, give or take a couple of decades. So betting seems like the logical way to catch up. Simply Cursive again says, OT, what is the most memorable season of football for you personally, considering club teams locally and internationally and international tournaments? A season that had everything for me. Everything for me. I'm going to be biased. It was the helicopter season. I'm forgetting the year, but the year when the PSL flew the trophy to us because they weren't sure whether it was going to go to Pirates or Chiefs. And I think Chiefs was playing in Jersey and Pirates was playing in Bloom. And they needed the helicopter. Hey, we had drama, man, for no reason. I'm trying to think of a season that had everything for me. Probably those Coca-Cola Cup years, but again, that's because, you know, my team was on top then. Other than that, so Botswana is greater than Spain. I don't know, agent. All I'm saying is that they look very equal right now. OT was Sundowns genuine rivals, regardless of league position. As the most successful team and no arch rival, it's a bit strange to me. It has to be Pirates, but it's not Pirates because Pirates is that good league-wise. It's Pirates because Pirates is slightly better than the other chasing pack. And this season, it's going to be tough, like I said. Sundowns is used to going to Africa, is used to playing a ton of games, is used to having to play games every 3 days. It's their shandies. They know the stuff, right? Pirates is going to adopt that pressure, stress, number of games, travel and all of that stuff this season. Stellenbosch is going to also, even though they've kept their players, they're also going to have to travel and do all of those things. Now, if Rupert does take out some money, they could fly chartered everywhere, right? So they're out. Kukune number 4, they're probably out because they face the same problems. So this season, it's a bit tough to say who could rival Mamelodi Sundowns. But if we're being honest, Sundowns getting caught by the PSL teams will be because Sundowns flopped or Mangoba Mngiti flops. It's not going to be because the PSL teams are going to be playing out of their skins. I don't believe that. So Pirates, only because they're the better ones from the rest of the teams. But Nabonje, they finished what, 9 points behind Sundowns, something like that. I don't know. Koran Flavin, how are you doing? Tabang Mukhale, how are you? Barry, the Pirates gears, pop. Guys, how do you feel about your team's kits, actually? You know, Pirates had the skull and all of that stuff last season. They decided to keep it classy and keep it simple. How do you guys feel about the kits for this season? To think I dropped Olympic football for our sad SA teams. King B. Stan says, what's wrong with Mfukeng? Do you know what I think, Stans? Do you know what I think? I think if we're being 100% honest, and I want to be honest, Mfukeng is not a consistent player. He has very good moments. Like, he has big moments where Corner for Pirates, here we go. He has big moments where he can be a difference maker on his day, for sure. But like I said, goal. Oh, da. What a funny goal. Anyway.
Just got a notification. It's a goal.
Okay. Nda has gotten a goal. Very lucky opposite, man. The more I talk about these guys, the less they do. The less I talk, the more they score. Let me just change the score. Okay, so Pirates has taken the lead right before halftime in what they call a critical phase in football. First 5 minutes, last 5 minutes before half, first 5 to 10 minutes of the second half, last 5 to 10 minutes. They just went to sleep. Hey, Sugar Manja helped you guys. Oh, sorry, my bad, agent, my bad, 23. I'm sorry. I was thinking of, it went 9-16-23. Sorry. 2005, that season was when we needed 3 points. Besuma got it for us. Think about that. 19 years ago. Ugh. You're thinking more than 7 years, way more than 7 years. That was, but again, they asked me my opinion. Oh, Saleng drags it wide. Finally, Saleng is in the right position. Finally, Saleng. What did I say at the beginning of this? Play Saleng on the right-hand side and let him run into that channel. Forget about playing him centrally, man. Stop trying to make Saleng a false nine. Let him Fukeng and Tito cook on the left-hand side. Oh, Mabasa's going to get chances now. Sundowns always play more this season. We added the World Cup. That's true. But at least the World Cup is post-season. I get it in June, July, when the season's closed. Who do you think will be the dark horses of this season? I want to say Supersport. If Kukune get knocked out early enough, I want to say Kukune. No, actually, I can't say Kukune because I don't know their new coach. I don't know their new coach like that. Horses. It's tough. I'd have to give it to Supersport. They're also not distracted. They don't have Africa, if I'm not mistaken. What about Amakosa Mahla, number 6? Noni says, love the green Pirates jersey. Pirates black and red does it for me, says Van de Nom. What a goal from Da. Our simple kit is stunning, says Shengu. Yeah, I like classic kits, man. I don't like doing too much, I don't like doing too much with the kits. And I have a bad taste in my mouth of that because we've had zebras and all of those things. Just solid. I would want the one kit that I'm crying for Chiefs. Solid gold. Just a solid gold kit. First kit. You can do whatever you want with the way. Supersport is lacking something. We're coming for sure. Okay. Okay, guys. So it's halftime. I forgot to say, since I'm a bit rusty myself, it's halftime. I'm going to open it up. Remember, if you want to chat to me, you have to be following me and join me while I'm live now on TikTok for those who are watching on YouTube. Then we can have a chat about what we saw in this first half. And I can give you my thoughts as well. But let me just make sure that my graphics are reflecting correctly that it is halftime right now. Okay, so feel free to jump in, guys. Bottom of your screen, there's a button that says multi-guest. Click on that button. I'll let you in and tell me what you saw in this first half. So let me accept and let's see who's here. How's welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
Hey, I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good. How's what are your thoughts about this game?
There's nothing much that has changed with Orlando Pirates. Still play the same. Even Hunt admits that by looking at the starting lineup, he predicted that it was going to be the same gameplay as last season, But I mean, there's nothing to complain about. That goal was magnificent. Supersport started off with throwing bangers, but then we responded. China is looking like a proper number one now,
Yeah.
But other than that, no, there's no complaints.
How do you feel about the way you guys play the ball? Like, how do you feel about the way you guys progress the ball up the pitch? Because we've seen a lot of longish balls, medium to long balls from Nda. How do you feel about that game?
It's very different. That's the only part I could say that it changed. You remember last season we were talking about there were too many touches, Then now I'm seeing it as well that the way Supersport was defending, it seems like they were prepared for long balls. At some point I was hoping that they would slow it down, then we do like 10 touches before we progress. But then it seems like the way they're playing, when you can tell that something is not working and you try to backtrack, then progress once more. I saw that. That's why I agree with you. It was a long medium, yeah.
So then, how's the before I go to agent, I'm gonna go to agent. Currently, regular helicopter, Kwako Orlando Mara Agidikeni. Let me go to agent. Agent, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Hi, man. We're back, we were watching Europeans. Now we're watching our own football again. How do you feel about this game?
No, some were auditioning there in Europe, but anyways, you're not there. I think, let me start with Pirates. I think they were caught off guard. Just in the troops were caught off guard with the intensity and the front footness of Supersport that I think none of us saw coming, so I think it took them time for them to get used to that. And also it was always a balancing act that was always going to happen, that this team is going to run out because it's a first game. The players are not yet that sharp to start that intensity. I think the plan was get a goal in the first 10 minutes and then sit back. I suspect that was the plan from Gavin Hunt, and he didn't get the goal in the first 10 minutes. And then again, it was a risk because once after 10 minutes they get tired. Now Pirates is on the up, whatever, but down the up, So again, also, I think Jose also himself was tinkering a bit up front. I think he wanted Mabasa to drag the away.
Out wide, yeah.
I'm not Mabasa, but Saling to drag Kazoya away so that Mabasa can drop in. That didn't work. I think that's why we saw Saling kind of playing in that central striker position, But I think they reverted to what they know and what is more useful, Saling running on the other side, Mofokeng or Tito coming up a bit, and not like I said, it's not my kind of thing. It's not my kind of thing. But once we started Tito trying to cheer the ground, because the crowd a bit with showboating or skill, whatever it is, they started to come into the game slowly, and the crowd got them, because I think the crowd was a bit flat because of that barrage in the first 10 minutes. So yeah, I think it was okay first half. The first 10 minutes was very good, but just in okay first half. And Champions did what Champions do. They scored in a critical phase, and then experience was what showed, I don't know if you say the inexperience, but the lack of chemistry, not inexperience, because the experience side,
Do you think Supersport will be able to take this style of play forward? Committing 3 players, having Chugamanja, Hrobla and Vincent Pule in the same team, very compact, running together up front. Do you think it's something that Supersport can carry for the whole season?
No. I think the strategy was, catch Pirates off guard, and like I said, they caught all of us off guard, get the goal in the first 10 minutes, then sit back, go to the normal spot, and again, Vincent Pule has been anonymous. Sometimes it works when you put in a player against a former team, but this time around it doesn't work.
Okay. I'm going to come back. Let me go to Malume Kutso. Malume Kutso, are you out of the traffic now?
Reporting live from the traffic.
Hey, banna.
Isabophile, Mr. OT.
Get Traffic Go Stadium.
From
Get
when
Traffic
the
Go
game
guy.
started, I kid you not, I probably moved 900 meters,
Mara,
which
tell me,
is sad because
Marikuzo. Kiko Stadium, we are stadium.
Nekia Stadium, Sekia,
Oh. Anyway,
Accesses.
sorry. Yeah. No.
So, what's saddening is that we had the World Cup. If you attended any games at World Cup, you would know there was this thing here, park and ride.
Yeah.
You would never come close to the stadium Kaka Koloi. I thought the legacy of World Cup would have lived on, but it's mayhem. Whether we are a stadium or not, you are stuck in traffic. And a lot of kolonga pa akafuna ukungivulela. Uthi indlela yakhe, lane yakhe, yazabantu abadala manje. Anyway, I just want to ask you, Mr. Uti.
Yes.
Hey, Supersport behlasela. When did the game change?
Oh. Agent actually said it when Tito.
Exactly. Unfortunately for Tito, I'm a player online who start moving when he goes still. You understand? And we almost got from that opportunity, but I would love for Usaling to take on that fullback.
Okay.
He's going back a lot. It's not really helping. It helped if you're playing the long game, which in the end the defender thought he would pass back, but then I'm one. But I would love for Usaling more than once. I understand because that defender is there for the taking and he has no cover, Mr. Uti.
Yeah.
And we have speedy players in Saleng and Umunyan. Every time Saleng comes back, Umyane is not overlapping. He is cutting in alone. So I would love to have Usaleng cut in and Umunyane overlap. Because it's allowing, Mr. Oti. It's there. Lomfami yazibhayizela. Singakora lapho. You understand? Not continuing where he left off in Spain, bringing the Spanish flair to SA. Kora ngesithende lapha. Just like him, everyone else couldn't believe it. Now he took time to realize what it's in the team. So see, happy, Mr. Oti. We are watching this game in traffic.
Malawikuza, I just want to ask you, should Pirates be also running their normal overload on Nico Mobi? Because we haven't seen that Fukeng Hoto Tito overload on the left hand side. Should they be running it? Is there a reason why they're not?
Ikhona ka right, Mr. Oti. Imbobo ika right. Ayikho ka left. You understand? So for now, expose Imbobo. And once we are done that side, once they think they have a solution to it, we switch it to the left.
Okay.
But all in all, our fullbacks have been flat. Abakukugi as much. I saw Hotelai. He's not overlapping. When he has a chance to overlap, he chooses to underlap, which is a bit confusing, Mr. Uti. Why are we not using the width? Maybe it's because Supersport prepared for the width, and the Pirates are deciding to surprise them. But at some point, we have to overlap on both flanks.
Okay. Let me go to Upega. I'm going to come back. Let me go to Pega. Pega, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Pega, tell me, what do you think about this first half?
I'm not impressed. Defense in the first half was like Arsenal. So bad.
Yeah.
So bad. I think the guys, especially on that right hand side, they were just letting the guys go past. I don't know if they're tired but I think they picked up. I think the last 20 minutes at least. Tito began to play just fine.
So then, tell me, Pega, how do you feel about how Pirates is progressing the ball? We just spoke about Nda playing very long balls. It doesn't look like the center of the pitch, the central midfield players. It doesn't look like they care to come and get the ball. How do you feel about how Pirates is playing that ball?
I don't like this long ball. And even Mufukeng is just holding on to the ball for way too long. Not quick enough. So I think we need to go back to the short passes. Of playing European football.
Okay. I'm gonna come back. Let me bring him a step father. Step father. Manwina. Yeah, Manwina. That's when I see you. How are you, my brother? How
No,
are you?
man, it's been a while,
on.
bro.
Hi, man. Gimnandi. At least Ipola Luile. Tell me, what do you think about the first half as Ipagapai? El Cool.
Supersport ishemizamile ukuthi into zama-low block yaphinde yakhohlwa because they were not supposed to let us score because low block has been it has been our nightmare from last season, if you remember. The feeling Ghana much more than low block. So now they let us score while playing low block. Now they don't have to go. They hopefully go. And so scoring more about it, man. I understand.
Okay.
But then so far, it's not impressing. I don't know. It completely fall apart. If first half here to be bad, to be honest, our first half was cold. But hopefully, the second half is going to be
Okay. How's that? What's your prediction for the end of the game, and what should Pirates and Supersport, if you can tell me what both teams should do to try win this game?
You have Khobla or Supersports, you have Vincent Pule. Players who can bring on actual change. Pule was on and off. I think one thing about him is that he has to feel the game. I understand that you as a player, you just don't pop out of nowhere and play your best.
Yeah.
But then I think he should come alive. Khobla, I mean, I've said it before, he's one of the best strikers this country has ever seen. So if he has that support, we might see something. Babuti Kuzo said it, we must start overflowing both flanks. I see every time when Otto has the ball, he cuts in, it goes to the right. But then now that we've exposed the right side, I think we should do the left side. We will bring in, so that would help bring in Saleng and what's his name, Mopuke. My prediction for the end of the game, Pirates wins this one. Let me say 2-1.
2-1. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me go to Agent. Agent, what do the two teams have to do in order to win this game on each side? And then what is your score prediction? Hey, is Agent still with me? Okay, we'll come back. Malume Kuto, what do the two teams have to do in order to win this?
I was speaking. I thought I muted. Sorry.
You're rusty now. What are you rusty? Beginning of the season.
But yeah, on Supersport side, I think I would drop Pule, bring in like K, drop a J also, and I don't know who to bring in on that other side, because I think they need like K. But again, my other thinking is that boy, that 19-year-old boy, he's having a tough against Saleng. Saleng is a tricky customer to deal with for any defender, But I think maybe if we give Saleng something to come back to, because already Munyan is on a yellow card, what you could do is bring in someone who can press him so that Saleng drops in a big in. But I think like he's the main person that will bring in from Supersport side. From Pirates side, I think they don't need to change anything yet, unless if they want to control the game more by bringing in what is this short guy's name?
Ndondlo,
yes. And then they can control the ball a bit more, but that would require them to take Mbata off. My prediction for this game, I think 1-1. See you in the 90th minute.
Wait, before you go, very quickly, will Krobla be as effective without getting those balls from a Campbell, for example? Because right now, I think Pule wants to come in close to him. Duamanja wants to come in close to him. Can he be effective in this setup?
I think that's why I'm bringing in like you so that he can provide those deadly crosses in either from set pieces or from corner kicks or for from any side, and that creativity also. That's why I'm caught between bringing like he as a fullback or as an attacking midfielder, but I'd rather play him as an attacking midfielder because I think they lack that creativity. Mahmoud, him is not that kind of a creative player.
Yeah. Okay. Marame Kutso, win this game for me. How do both teams approach this game to win it, and then what's your score prediction? Hey, man.
Lesi silo wathi yangibheka kasha ama-China ngathi sorry yasimina ubuyele emotweni. Hayi ukuthi if we can keep on overloading those sides,
Yeah.
Then we can get a result because it seems like Yapete Masai for Supersport. And another thing that I noted that first half, if someone is on form, no, anyway, Mr. Uti, they will comment the Pirates on the bench. Hey, listen, he kicked but he like bench Mr. Uti. Cool. However, I just wanted to say, Umabasa is good. Play those balls to his feet. He's turning those defenders easily. Allow him to do that. Give him some more balls to feet. Umfukeng needs to be more crispier. Ngama 1-2. Because Utito has tried to game. And according to Pirates, it happened in Mosaling. Now, bafana next season. Baza baqoke yonke le gere babanike yona bafaka ama-under armor bafaka yonke lento le they can't even move. Umfukeng needs to take out that under armor ahamba edlala ibhola angazosimodelela la.
Score prediction so quickly before Sabah. We lost our 2 series. Sorry?
3-1 Orlando Pirates win.
Okay. Pega, win this game for me from both sides. How do they do here? What should they do in order to win this game? And then what's your pro score prediction from both sides?
I think Supersport just needs to push maybe to score a set piece or something. Because I think more play won't do it. Because I know the guys are saying
goal. Sorry, goal. We've got a goal. Supersport. Vincent Pule has scored. He is refusing to celebrate since it's his former team. But Supersport has scored via Vincent Pule. Apologies for that. Peg, I just had to.
Just got a notification. It's a goal.
So my brother doesn't change. You get to change.
Nah, it doesn't change. The prediction is still 3-1.
Yeah.
Abasa will probably score a penalty and a header.
Okay. So then what happens now? Do you think Supersport is going to sit back since I have you during this game?
They'll probably sit back and try push for penalties. That's what I think.
Okay. Let me go to Stefan. Go to Ablile. You're not here. My monkey, what do you have to say about this, Stefan?
We're going to win this one 3-1.
Thank you, Shizio.
Yangiphazamisa uphule manje angazi zomphazamisela manje uphule. Phazamisa umoya wami uphule.
So then we dlala kanjani? The rest of this half, as the Pirates, what would you do?
No, don't change anything because it's very abashintshanga lutho. Don't change anything. You don't change anything because very achinjanga next. We just keep the same lineup starting ngayo and then it's like Saleng, we put pressure upon because kuyavuza ngale yena babonanga lapho gavin ukuthi kuyavuza sathi ndingasaleng ngale usaleng maya uthola amabhola more sizobatla especially in fact ama-side oju ayavuza.
Yeah. Okay. It's let me carry on.
It's mbuzi.
Stefan, thank you to everybody that joined me. Guys, 20,000 likes. I leave it open. And then you can jump in anytime and we can have a conversation about whatever we're seeing. 20,000 likes. We're currently on 13,000 likes. I see there's 58 people. Guys, follow if you have not followed. Thank you to Prank Calls. Thank you to Mzee Dog. Thank you to MK. Thank you to GT. Okay, this is very interesting. It's very interesting because this is exactly what we were speaking about. Agent also alluded to this type of game. Patrice Motsepe is strong in the air. So you have to play the balls high. You have to give him something to do or else he doesn't play. it was unfortunate that they're missing out on Chandre Campbell, and he's educated left foot, right? Being the one that's putting in those balls. But if you want to make the best out of him, that's how you play it. I will say, I'm enjoying Supersport being a lot more adventurous, man. Coming out and being very aggressive with that 3. There he goes again. Is that him again? Oh, Tyson. Adventurous with the 3. They still need to figure out their defense properly because they've been found, as people have been saying, that left-hand side of the defense is not as strong as it's meant to be. So Saleng has found some places there, some spots there. Half-time, Pirates had 6 shots, 4 on target, and Supersport had 2 shots, 0 on target. And now we're sitting with a 0-0 game. You could technically say, man, Supersport scored in a key moment. Look, finally, that's how you play Grobler. When it comes to Pirates, the thing is, Pirates usually get out of problems. Like, they get out of problems because of sometimes individual brilliance, sometimes it's a team going to sleep. If you've watched Pirates, what Pirates has been doing up to this point, they haven't really been in this game, right? And I think the ball doesn't get to the right places as quickly as it needs to get. They cut out Tito if the ball doesn't get played a certain way. They don't have the option of Uhoto. Makaula is not somebody who tries to play the ball. Talente is trying to play that Monare role of being an extra attacker. He doesn't necessarily want that ball at the back. If they want to carry on playing this type of football, overload, for me, the left-hand side. Go for Nico Mobi. Go for Nico Mobi's neck. Bring Mfukeng into the attack, bring Tito into that side, let Hoto also run up there and overwhelm him. That's what Pirates is very good at on that left-hand side. They're sort of doing it on the right-hand side, but that's going to be interesting also to see how it plays out going forward in this game now that it's 1-1. Right? At 1-0, you'd expect Supersport to push forward and maybe some spaces would open up and you'd see some of Mfukeng come out. Supersport could well just close the door here and just decide, good day, guys, we're not doing any of these things. So here comes the count. Oh no. So it's going to be interesting to see, man, from both sides, how they change this game here. So let me read some of the comments. I'm going to miss some of them, but it's fine. Hunt looks like he likes to complain a lot. Coach Amlo, I love him. He complains so much. Hey, he complains so much every day. And Tavi says now we'll see hot football. Hey, Pirates have been conceding in the preseason, says Musa. Here comes Supersport again. Just pump the ball in, guys. That's all you do. Don't try be fancy. That's why Pirates can't win the league. The Moments team can win trophies with Moments, not the league. I agree 100% with that one. I agree 100%. I think, again, the problem with the Pirates is that all of their motivation is external to the team, right? So if they're playing in a cup game, they're up for it. It's a cup game. If they're playing in the derby, they're up for it. It's a derby. If they're playing versus Sundowns, they're up for it. It's a big game, right? But then when they need to play consistently, they can't do it. So even here, we'll probably see Pirates appear again at like the 75th minute, where they'll start pushing and they'll start getting players into the attack and they'll start getting the fans into the attack and doing all of those things. We'll probably see it come on 70 minutes. Then you'll see Pirates. But the question for this season for Pirates is, can you do this all day long? You need to be able to do this all day long, all match long. You need to be able to motivate yourselves and get yourselves up. It shouldn't take Supersport then coming back for you to wake up. These are the things that Pirates needs to look out for. Let me see. I hate back passes Pirates are doing. Don't play the ball at the back. King B, they can't play forward. They can't play forward. It's that thing I'm telling you, that Pirates is incapable of playing forward without having a long ball wide. And that is what happens when Da's on the pitch. When Da enters the pitch, he becomes the playmaker at the back. He becomes the primary ball handler. He is the guy who has to make the decisions. One of those midfielders have to start taking responsibility and coming back so that Pirates can play through them. and play up. If they don't get that, Mfukeng is going to be on an island on that side. By the time you play that long ball when Daz has been holding it, by the time it goes that, there's somebody there. They're set, they're ready. But if you are quicker with the release when going into transition, you can catch Supersport napping. You can create 1v1s between Mfukeng and Mobi with Kimang Saleng and the left back, right? You can create some chaos for Mabasa to take advantage of. But if you play a slow football and it's a slow build-up and all of, you're not going to see much. You're not going to see Pirates taking this game. Yo, way, Robla. Is that an injury? They're not playing a high-tempo game. They are playing a high-tempo game, which is not sustainable for 90 minutes, says Musa. Tally says Pirates is not controlling the ball. Tahadi says Nda is the midfielder, I think. Dino says next goal matches. Musa says they need to know how to manage the game. Yeah. It's not just managing the game. It's also, if you're playing to your strengths, play to your strengths all the time. Panirom, thank you so much for the gifts. I see them coming in. Thank you so much for the roses. Dino, thank you so much for the roses. MK, Z-Dog, prank calls. GT, Marai. Panirom, thank you. Guys, please don't forget to follow. Please don't forget to follow at 20K likes. I'll open multi-guest up again. I'll take requests again, and you can tell me what is going on and what you are seeing as we go along. Oh, it looks like Robla's out. As we were speaking about him, it looks like he's out. He looks like he's in pain. Yeah, he's going off. Oh, wait, is that a groin? It looked like it was a groin injury. Gavin Hanshem. Aye. He's going to lose a lot of people here. Mr. XO4, thank you so much. They need to know how to manage the game. Alton Tabi, yes. Guys, we do have a... Oh, look. Did he just say, I love you too? Kevin and giving him an I love you too. Mahlangu has come onto the pitch for Bradley Grobler. He looks young. Guys, who knows something about this Mahlangu player? That can tell us something here. Guys, we have a WhatsApp group. The WhatsApp group is where we have incredible conversations all day. Bo Malume Kutso, Bo Agent are on there. We've got Lindo Pep who's on there. We've got a whole bunch of people that you hear on this show a lot. We are all there. Hundreds of messages every day. We banter each other. We teach each other. We learn. It's videos, it's voice notes, it's all types of things that are sent in that group. It's an incredible community, especially knowing that, I only have 2 hours of a normal show every day. I only have 2.5 hours of a match, right? Like this one. So if you want to continue conversations and have far deeper conversations, we do have a WhatsApp group. Let me see. Agent says somebody did the things. I don't want to say anything, Agent. I saw a show on Bochalam that was dealing with that specific person, and I don't want to even try it. Go. Oh, boss. Heaven. Goss almost wrong-footed there from a pirate attack. Almost wrong-footed. If there's one thing about Orlando Stadium, it's a great place to play. It's a great place for Pirates. Like when Orlando Stadium is on, back to the point that I was saying about the emotions, when Orlando Stadium is on and it's rocking, you could catch a 4-5-0 easily. But the same thing happens the other way around, where if the fans, if you frustrate Pirates for long enough, the fans start turning on them. And then you start seeing them also, hey, Goss. Well, okay, it was actually a nice save. Goal line technology. Goal line technology, no. And the church you're talking about is doing its thing. Hey, GT, Akiriken, please. Oh, that looked like it's in. But the angle is also, it could be a 1 millimeter thing. This kid said, I got you, Gavin. Okay. Hunt always introducing talent, says Mali. Crazy T says, Pirates midfielders are not passing the ball forward. Only Tito's trying to create chances. Exactly, Crazy T. And that's where, let me play it. And for me, I see the Kotzi. That's the Kotzi. How are you going to play it up? We're meeting. So, agent says we know these things. What happened in Nedbank Cup final? Ribeiro, after scoring, he got injured. Hey, God, eh? Mzansi is number 2. What a save! Jeez. Hey, Mpuke is really trying to score versus Gos, hey? Oh, took a little bit of a deflection off of Usanuka. Fukeng basically got the ball on the left-hand side, for those who are not watching, well, right-hand side of Paris' attack, and hit a low ball which deflected on Usanuka. Wonderful save from Gos. And he just made another save from Fukeng on another deflection. Maybe Agent Tilibona, they found a person of their own. Come on and join the WhatsApp group. Yes, the WhatsApp group. Yes, the link is in my bio. So in my profile on TikTok, click on that. There's a link to go to the channel membership. And then if you're on YouTube, click on subscribe, click on join, and you'll gain access to the WhatsApp group. That's why I say goal line technology is needed as well. That's more money. That's more money. Oh, Agent Aya is coming off. Yeah, whole circumference of the ball. It's another Younger versus Sundowns thing. You know, crossbar Pirates are cooking. They got Aura. Tagadi says Downs is not brave to introduce youngsters. It waits for Supersport to play the young boys and buys them. I hear you. I hear you. Takariamu Kotium Hulu. I hear you. But my thing is, if I'm a big team, I don't want to develop players. Give them to someone else. Out. I don't want to say anything. Tito did what Mfundo. Anyway, why develop their own players, put them into situations where they're under pressure and all of that? Let somebody else take advantage of it. Like I said, like I always say, Gavin Hunt's School of Football is the one. Gavin Hunt's School of Football is the one. Okay, let's see. Let me finish these messages, then I can let Alton Tabi in. Supersport defense is very weak. Sometimes you need experience from old players. The one year Sundowns was in, they benefited there. Yes, it's open, guys. You can request. Alton Tabi.
Abdoti.
Umnati jwangu sheba timi eseng ya hao ka wane ba re bontshitse hanyane
Gore ha re na stress re free bathong re free.
Ungo gaming paga.
Yeah, wabona after half time ha ba equalize ba 1-1 wabona no khona re feelang hore ya re a khutla the game di teng go re kwana go tlisa mo gae football is back.
Football is back. Ke stadium se tletse stadium malome khutso are gona le traffic ka bele yena le mole.
Ha so fit stadium.
Ha so fit we ikela hai.
Ba mentse hantle ba mo kwalletse hantle.
A o tla be go winang mona mplelle. O kgetha mang? Betway ya hao o khethile mang?
Orlando Pirates.
I'm coming, Debs. I'm coming. Hang on. I'll tell you.
Na ke story tsa Mali Pirates le kgale.
Okay.
Hey, Orlando Pirates come back.
No jena boss ba ja ke bona ne se re le makhosi kaofela. No jena ku ka sa ba join ne bontate ba Pirates se le ntho se le mapagania ba reka di tracksuit tsa Pirates ke re.
Hey, all the time. Okay.
Go raf.
Ai, rona re tla bua sentle ha se re kene rona in a month's time.
No jena re holiday ke tla nne re ba shebelle nne re ba thabise fela.
Let me go to agent 1-1.
Can you go to Debs first? He'll
come in.
Will come back to me.
Oh, Debs, you couldn't wait for your turn in Debs. Debs, how are you?
I'm fine. You?
I'm good. Debs, I see you're a Pirates fan. Tell me, what are you seeing in this game?
a good game. Patrick Tito Masamwani. Hi, clean boy. Clean boy.
Clean boy. Do you think that Paris can come back here?
Yes, it can come back. You will see.
Well, what must they? Yeah. He came off.
He's taking us. He's taking us.
But they took him off. I saw him run off the pitch right now.
Yes, maybe it's changing. Maybe.
So for you, what must Pirates do to win this game?
To take off who? This boy. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. Yeah, they are playing a good ball.
What's your score prediction?
2-1.
Don't say, hey, Shakira, you were saying it. Marandebs.
2-1. Look, penalty. Wow, penalty. They're robbing us. They're robbing us.
No, Debs, thank you. Let me bring in Agent. Agent, Debs is excited. Debs says they are going to win this game.
Yeah, no, those are the future OTs, eh? Those are the future OT juniors that they will need once you are gone. But I came here to say, if you recall what I said at halftime, that the plan, I think, from Supersport was to score in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I think they did exactly that in the second half, and they will sit back, So I think this was the initial play. And again, sometimes you see this is Bafana's number 2. Sometimes you need to show your experience. I think you missed the comment where I said he needs the cheapest in him, There's a flag of attack, man. Sit down. Take this thing out of the game, let the crowd to chill a bit,
Yeah.
This is the kind of the experience that sometimes you talk of in Northern Africa, the dugouts or whatever it is, but he's part of the game, So for an experienced player like him, he needs to sit down and let the game cool down, because they don't need the goal. Time is elapsing. It's fine. It's okay. Yeah. And also that would give a hand to reorganize the defense.
So then Pule seems to have gone off for something. I don't think they subbed him, but he went off. Probla's injured. What are the chances that Supersport takes this? And can Pirates take advantage of whatever's happening there at Supersport?
As always, they always benefit through referees and through injuries in cup games. We know these things. We are afraid of them, but where's my pastor? My pastor Patrice will pray for me tonight, but we are not afraid of these people. But I think for me, it was a weird thing that I kind of skipped at halftime because of time. Zugamanja and Horobla, similar kind of players. I think they're always gonna get in the way of each other. Where who was scoring the Pule? It was supposed to be Horobla's place, So I think maybe with Horobla out, that kind of maybe makes the organization a bit easier, And hopefully Pule is not injured, because I think that goal should have given him the momentum. So yeah, we'll see, man. Yeah.
Okay. Let me bring in Shamaste. Shamaste, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Hi, man. Mina, I keep telling you guys, my stress is the month away. My team is not playing any of these things. Shamaste, tell me about this game. What are you seeing from this game?
To be honest, yabona lento iyonefli nokuthenga unefli itito style, it's gonna kill ama-team amaningi, because onefli doesn't see what Tito do to the referees.
Mara ngicela ungifakele allegedly lapho. Just allegedly, just to be safe. Hey. Ungangifake inkingeni.
No, I won't. And I won't. But the game, ngokuyibuka kwami bafo, Pirates needs to add up forward because Ukrabla is injured. And I don't see Upule Ebuye, but there's something going on. Pirates need to benefit from those small injury factors of the game.
Yeah.
So, Go Rivero, I would have added another attacking midfielder like Kim Vid.
Okay.
Umuntu ozokwazi call the bowler and assist ku Masongane because now he's alone and uba lo mfana lo owangidla khona lo mfana wangidla ku-final la ku-Nedbank. Yabona leya mfana he's gold. But sekudingeka as for mina ngingaphatha uKim Vudu, ngiphathe uMasongwane. Kim Vudu uzo-assista uSaleng. Masongwane assiste lo mfana omncane lo. Ngiyasaba ukulibiza igama lakhe, it's too expensive.
So let's tell me, Shamaze, ngiyakubona ufaka abantu, you want to go forward and you want to have attackers. Ibhola lifika kanjani phambili?
Pirates good position. And uyazi i-M108 stake, it's do or die. Minus defender, put it forward. Risk. Football is about the risk. If you can't take a risk, you won't be there. Yabo?
Okay.
Yes, so kade ngixoxela abafowethu indaba kaPuli ukuthi Pirates must watch out because imali yePirates ihambile seku-Supersport. And you know khona lo bhuti lo ombiza kamnandi uPuli ukuthi umashonisa. Uzomthatha apho umunye umashonisa mase ehambile umashonisa endaweni.
Okay.
Yeah, so but uMonyane mina bengamkhipha ngifaka uKim Vudu.
Okay.
Ngidlale nga-3 emuva umakhehleni engabe sakhuphuka.
Bamkhiphile, uphumile. Ngene uDlamini.
Hayi. So
Sekushobile.
Hayi,
There's one defense. There is one defensive.
Emapili, Debs. I'm gonna come back.
Yes, we're gonna come back. But if you took Monyane out and you give Kimvuti a chance, we will lose. There's no defense.
Let's do this. Debs, let me let Shamase finish. Then I'm gonna let you come in and I like what you're saying there. Shamas.
What?
Hey, Bosakulum.
Yeah.
Go.
So it's Manang.
It's Debs. For time's sake, Debs, tell me what you were saying there. If Monyane comes out, what happens if Kimvuti comes on? Why don't you like Kimvuti?
Kimvuti, I don't like Kimvuti. Because he can't hold the ball properly. And he doesn't have runs like Monyane. We've got lots of attacks from his side. Then we lost the ball. You know, Paul Mashonisa. Header and Zugamaj.
Yeah. So then tell me, Debs, you see Supersport has a lot of injuries. They're bringing in a lot of new players. If you're Jose Rivero, what do you do for Pirates here? What do you change here?
I don't change one. there was a mistake when they changed Makaula. Because Supersport is aggressive. I see there lots of injuries, but there's written there. He's making many troubles. It's too much in France, but not change or just defend.
Okay. Guys, for time's sake, I'm going to have to bring in somebody else just so that everybody can have a chance. Debs, you must come back. I like you. I like that analysis that you're giving us here. Let me see who's here so that we can see. What's happening now? Okay, Blessing, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good, guys.
Blessing, what are you seeing from this game?
I see Pirates winning this game. But Supersport is giving Pirates tough.
What's going on inside?
Pirates is dangerous.
Uka chincha ing gore Pirates win. Sonse ba itseng?
Ish. Not sure.
How shebile to win?
Mara nna ke bona yona.
Score se tlo reng? How fela match ena wena o shebile?
Score se tlo 2-1.
Ho kora mang?
Ke bona ka ko. Mabasa. Nna ke yalo Mabasa.
Ke bo ba kena ke ai. Mara o wa thaba o shebile Pirates?
Yeah, ka thaba.
Lika the way ba dlalang ka teng phela a go koriwe mon. Le go shoota man. Ka re ba shot.
Aba shoot.
I know. Blessing. Thank you so much for joining me. No, thank you, Blessing. Okay, guys.
Thank you.
1-1, 79th minute, guys. These are analysts and people for the future. Umutlile and Debs, Umutlile, Blessing, guys. They're the ones we're going to be watching. It's good to see the youth, man, the youngsters talking football and talking proper football, right? Hey, that's the other part. So that was great. Let's see. We're now 79th minute. It is 1-1. You'd expect Pirates to be a lot stronger here. Oh, Moralo, you just came on, buddy. You'd expect Pirates to be a little bit strong here. So what we've seen from Supersport is that Grobler's out. Elder Statesman, that was one of their best players, creator of the first goal. I think Pule went out for a little bit. He is back. He's on the pitch. He's made a ton of changes, Gavin Hunt, with players that maybe have not been playing in the Supersport team. So you'd imagine that maybe there'd be a little bit of a weakness in the Supersport team right now that Pirates can take advantage of. My only issue is you can have all the attacking players that you want on the field. If you do not have a way to get them the ball, none of it means anything. If you do not have a way to play the ball up, and I think that's where Pirates is maybe a little bit weak in that regard. A lot is riding on Utito. A lot is riding on him to create something out of nothing. Now, Jose has made his change, taking off Makaula, bringing on Dlamini, which I guess is fine, but it still doesn't answer this question of how are they going to progress the ball and how they're going to play. We are 80 minutes in. It is 1-1. At this point, we all know Supersport is hanging out. They're hanging on to try at least get themselves into penalties, at least get themselves, does MTN8 have extra time? At least get them into that place, right? But in terms of winning, I think it's a bit tough for them in that regard. Let me see who is here. while I read some of the comments. Utito Nobuteti just saw him elbow the other player, Kabutsotsi. Guys, it's part of the game. Inati, welcome to the show. How are you?
It's also not happy with my
Okay, good Johnny.
Hi, man, give me that. Inati, can you do me a favor? Tell him multi-TV. Ngoba, hey, they like to ban us. Hey. Bazothi, I'm broadcasting.
Yeah, I've switched it off.
Put on, we want to join the game. Welcome.
Pirates, yeah. Istrike ingathi asifumani asifumani ibhola nix. I-play yabo awuyazi noba idependa ku-striker or idependa kuwinga le oratom. Kodwa apha esiswini right yona ne-defense right ibi-mistake nje leya.
Mara isiswa alidlala ibhola, isiswa ayifuni ukudlala ibhola.
Abayidlali kwabona ingxaki andazi noba bafuna unika i-strike okanye bafuna unika iwinga. Hayi funeka ukhosha akayithethe kakuhle uba umdlalo uzawuza ngewinga, iwinga izawutrayitha ifake ibhola kumabasa or izawuza ngestrike uMaswanganye uzobekisha eza through pass zakhona. Yeah, nazi into endiyicingayo.
But then i-problem yabo isn't it that khona umfukeng, khona usaleng, khona umabasa, khona utito, bafaku udlamini, akuna order lapha, and as the striker maybe I'll thola ibhola.
Yeah. Utito uDlamini no Maswanganye. Utito uDlamini ndingathi utito no Saleh no Dlamini it's kind of the same thing, yabo. So you have to choose 2, not 3 of them at the same time. Yeah.
Okay.
So sidinga enye player at least right foot nyana okapinga or ukimviewed. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, Inati, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. Guys, I guess I sort of understand the change that Jose Rivero has just made. Makhupa coming onto the pitch means that your defenders are occupied by somebody. So if there's one thing, we had a conversation about it, was it yesterday or during the different shows we were speaking about the Pirates, where Pirates and Bafana, where Makhupa keeps defenders busy, can play as the target man, and more importantly, the other players can play off of him. The point I was trying to make when I was speaking about the Orlando Pirates earlier is that it's all well and good to have all of these creative players on the pitch, all of these creative midfielders who all run at the ball. Dlamini is on the pitch with Mfukeng, is on the pitch with Saleng, is on the pitch with Tito, and all of those guys. But what tends to happen is that I think they're focusing on the wrong side of the ball. They don't know how to progress the ball, and then they don't know how to play to Babasa. So what I like about the Makhupa swap is that at least Makhupa can put balls down for Abu Tito. He can play as the target man. Maybe instead of trying to play up the pitch, Niltunge up the middle, you can just play a ball straight up to Makhupa. He puts it down. Then one of those other guys can take advantage of that play. Because truly, there's been no midfield play or central midfield play from Pirates in this game. So let's see what that does. I think they've got maybe 10 more minutes left with added time to try get something from this game. Supersport looks completely out of it. I think they're going to be defending deep and maybe just looking to try catch them on the counter, put their players out in transition, try see if you can off-balance that defense and take advantage of it while they're committing so many people forward. So I guess it's going to be an interesting next 10 minutes, but can Pirates take advantage of what is happening here? So let's see. Oh, what a bad corner. Why is evidence on? But a guy is good, says Tagadi. Pirates still have the same problem as last season. All the chances in the world, absolutely no goal. But Bega, even the quality of the chances are not clear cut. They're not clear cut. When you look at how they score, it's not like a clear move that started at a point that ended at a point. It's sort of like they're just rushing to try to get the ball into that final third and hope that someone, it'll bounce odd and somebody will shoot it. That's the one big issue in Pirates. Here comes a long ball, long throw from Paliti. But a good boy, Kapiga, says Undebs. Pirates will have themselves to blame if they lose. Gavin has no plan B. Yeah, he doesn't have a squad. His squad is very thin. It's been thin for years. And when he's lost all these other players, Hashem, they're going to struggle this season. Ta90 says Munyane is not a player for this generation. I don't know, is Levito injured or something? Because they've got Spisi Maela. Is Muleleki, what position does Muleleki play for the Pirates fans who are here? Can you just tell me what position he plays? So, Abo Levito Abeko, and Levito was very nice on that right-hand side. Vegas says they're getting paid to score goals. We can't be making excuses for them. We deserve better. Oh, no, I'm not making excuses for anybody. I'm just saying that this is the game that they play. Yes, he needs game time, says Undebs. Inati says, and Sundowns still have the league this year. We saw with the Al Hilal match. And Deb says he's the winger. Oh, Libito's the winger. Well, yeah, they do the fortune Makaring thing. He's like Marco, injured. Okay, knee injury. Okay, that makes sense. Can't wait for Pirates to play CAF preliminary matches. That's going to be very interesting. Okay, like, to be honest, this game really... Why is Makhuba dropping so far back? Yeah. All the heights, all the hold-up play, target man. Mara, he's going all the way... Oh, God. What is it with PSL teams? Is it a trend that we don't know about? Supersport United to steal it 2-1. Pirates are showing strong prospects for the next season, but Goss is on fire, says Innocent. He's on fire, but how long can you stay on fire before a lucky goal goes in? I guess that's the question we have to ask here. Oh, Supersport is going to miss Chandra Campbell. They're going to miss Chandra. They don't have as direct of players on the pitch. I would probably bring... The thing is, you can't trust him, but I'd probably bring Undlondlo on at this point. I really do think they need someone who control the midfield, honestly speaking. And Undlondlo, the only problem with him is that he switches off. He switched off. For some reason, Ndlondlo decided that, you know, football is no longer his thing. He doesn't want to play. He's lazy when he's on the pitch. Mara, in terms of deep-lying playmaker play, Ndlondlo would be one of the best answers here. But here comes the Pirates searching for that goal. And man, positioning. Look at where Makhupa is. I don't understand. Is that Mfukeng who's playing centrally? Why would you bring Makhupa on to play wide? I mean, Dlamini, is it Dlamini? Yeah, Dlamini is playing more centrally. Why would you bring Makhupa on to play him wide? It doesn't make sense. Pirates bring their A game when it comes to downs. That's true. Yes, the Orlando Pirates is aggressive. Lebza says, greeting, coach. You see, Lebza calls me coach. Our favorite team, because he signed. We'll have the conversation, Nega Sirido. Vega says, this is the difference between being a runner-up and a winner. Pirates still lacks the punch. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Mahupa is not playing wide. Watch him, Debs. Watch where he picks up his positions. I don't know, but the fact remains he's old. Hey, you guys are having the Sereno chat. Hey, Sereno. Tito's also out of it here. There's no one who wants to fetch the ball. Like, there's no one who wants to fetch it. So, and Debs, that's where Mahupa is right now, to open space, it seems, from Fukeng, who seems to be running down the middle. That's what I mean, that it seems like a bit of a waste to have Mahupa picking up spaces on the right-hand side. See, there's the change. That's what I mean by him playing wide. For me, Mahupa should be playing up the center with the two center backs. He should be the one putting pressure on the two center backs. But they've taken Fukeng to that place. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Let's see if he goes back. Chiefs fans, no, I don't even want to say anything because my team, I can't laugh at other people. Wow, pitch is not in tip-top shape. It baffles me too, especially in Orlando Stadium that doesn't, you'd understand like Loftus, where rugby is played. You understand the one we were using, the example we were using, Toyota Stadium, where rugby is played. You can't understand why this one is like this. Dev says he wants to hold the game. I'd love him to hold it from the center, because if he can hold it from the center, and if he can win balls and get us and get Paris the second ball, right? You have Tito running in. You could have Fukeng on the side, Tito Dlamini running in, Fukeng available on the side, as well as Saleh. But we've gone back, Pirates has gone back to having Saleh not play wide. Here we go, 90. We're basically done with this game. Supersport is going to be happy to see extra time with the team that they have on. How they will survive that extra time period, I don't know, because it doesn't seem like they have anything in the tank for this time. I saw a pic of someone using a hose pipe at F&B instead of sprinklers. Dem says he must mark the space. Tagari says this game should go straight to penalties. Inati says you don't seem to believe my Sundowns statement. Which Sundowns statement, Inati? Okay, guys, we are going to extra time. This game is going to extra time. Let me just fix my graphics to get ready for this extra time period. But yeah, that's where we're going now. The game has ended 1-1. Hey, what a poor game. If we're being 100% honest, what a poor game from both sides. At least Supersport can lean on knowing that they had injuries, and that's why it's happening the way it's happening. Oh, 5. What's happening there? So guys, feel free to jump in. Let's have a conversation. I just want to make sure that this is fine. Okay, let me let in the people who had been waiting. Debs, it's a 1-1. How do you feel about this game?
It's under pressure.
Yeah.
It's under pressure. this game is too much.
What's going wrong for Pirates? Yeah. La flopa, le flopiswaki.
Who say if we lose, he's happy?
Who's pissed off? So, okay, Debs, what do you think is going to happen in this extra time period?
They need to take, if we are going to the penalties, we must take off this boy, Talented Bata, and put in Woody.
Okay.
Yes.
So are you looking at penalties, Debs? Are you looking at penalties, Debs? Do you think he's going to go to penalties?
Yes, I think because the Supersport is not attacking now, it's defending.
Okay. Let's stay on. I'm going to come back. Let me go to Kuma. 1-1, 90 minutes going into extra time. How do you feel about this game? And what do you think is going to happen in extra time?
Hello, my name is Kumo Jr. and I'm in grade 4. My father said I must tell you that he is married.
Death is giving
Oh.
Hey, Marakubo. Hey, Marakubo, always.
Wetito. You know, yesterday, let me address something at the web. Did you guys know Supersport, the channel, tries to make the pitch look nice with the graphics? Mara, because this club, Marike Pirate, they told you it's a pitch. Even Supersport can make it nice and graphics. I read that. But you know why I'm going to comment? I won't comment on the tactics because there was none. The game was super boring. Aside from those nice rides, nice passes from Saleh. Even the goal earlier and that, it was sloppy, but it was creative, which was nice. But what I'm going to say, I want to go to, like yesterday, remember Ari, he was so far and didn't through what?
Yeah.
Look who they got to be the match official. The guy of Plaren one for Sundowns. One Kalohanya. Kore Kazuko, they've done everything. When they lose, when they lose, they're gonna know how it feels to lose a game with dominating and controversial. They can try if you go on. Had it been against Sundowns, that Pitso foul, marking simulation, red card for a player, penalty. But she foul with a simulation, it's like a yellow card. But anyway, I'm good with because the grammar of country, I guess I'm not there because grammar. That's fine.
Okay. Let me go to Pega. 1-1. What do you feel about the 90 minutes? What's gonna happen? We extra time.
Okay, this is not good, honestly. Like, this is why Pirates will do it over because they don't have the killer punch. They should have killed Supersport 5-1. Like Lavanta could like we play a dead snake, and the dead snake is still gonna beat her. So it's really not on.
But then, what are you seeing a plan from Pirates? Because for me, it just seems like we're gonna put all of our attacking players on, and hopefully someone will do something. They don't have a plan.
You know, if you read the English dictionary, it says the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Nothing's gonna happen. Yeah, no. But now I know how it feels to be a Chiefs fan.
Go. Pirates scored, Saleh.
At least. Maybe they had me.
Okay, guys, just an update, and I'll let the panel continue.
I told you.
I Debs, you said penalties. Pega, you can carry on. Now that Paris is leading, does it change anything that you said?
No, you see, that was a lucky goal. That was a lucky goal. Come on. Supersport will probably score again.
Ever feeling Debs?
So yeah, I'm not holding my breath, but hopefully we will win, because if we were playing Sundowns, the game would have been over. I was just we'll be at home drinking our cokes and our waters.
Okay. Let me throw it to Fistos. Fistos, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hey, greetings, my brother, and how's everyone?
Hi, man, I'm good, and I'm sure Paris fans are happy. Tell me,
just one thing that I want to say. Orlando Pirates has a good, solid team to compete for the season. They've assembled the squad very well, and we as Pirate fans, we are looking at the bigger picture. We need to compete for the league. So the MTN Cup, it's a nice cup to win, but the bigger picture is the new Betway Cup and the CAF to participate proper in the CAF Champions League. So it's very good for Orlando Pirates, and I'm happy with the way that Gavin Hunt has assembled his team. He's got a good squad, very young squad. And I'm also happy for Vincent Pula as a Pirate fan. It's good to see him playing more than 90 minutes. So it's very good. But this game is for us to win, and we are hoping for Sundowns in the semi-final.
Is the way that you guys are playing now, Fistos, is it sustainable? Because
Just to answer you quick, Mr. Oti, so that I can give others a chance.
Yeah.
Yes, it is sustainable based on the fact that the key players are still within the squad. If you can see, Pirate has not changed a lot. It's a continuation from what Rivero started, and it's just a continuation. Unlike other people, without mentioning names, they don't know where they are going. But Pirates, it's well assembled, and it's a team oiled to compete.
Okay. Guys, Supersport had a chance to score there. Played through one-on-one with the goalkeeper, put the goalkeeper down, played the ball back, hit it over. So that's what we're looking at over there. Let me go to Agent. 2-1. They seem to find the goal.
Before I go there, as I predicted, I said I'll see after 90 minutes. That people don't work on me and have time predictions. That one doesn't work on me. But I think the point that I wanted to make was, if you look at the squad that is on Supersport, is teens and Deb's age mates now. I think this is where the inexperience comes in from Supersport, and where the experience of Paris comes in. As you've seen, they've considered me if I made that point. And the inexperience also showed with the chance that Supersport had. A season campaign that puts those ones in. And I think Pule's on his last leagues also. Soon he'll be out also. So I think Supersport give a good account of themselves, and I think this way the inexperience unfortunately kicks in for the Supersport, But again, if Paris make the mistake of conceding, they're gonna lose on penalties, because I think these young ones, unfortunately or fortunately, they're very good when it comes to penalties. And I like this also called a season campaigners, because they know you have to hit the target, So I think Paris just need to ensure that either they add another goal or they finish it like this, because if they concede a goal, they will lose in the penalties because of these youngsters that are in. Yeah.
But before you go, Agent, is Pirates' play sustainable? Can they do this for a whole season and try win a league? Try win a league or something?
It is sustainable to win cups. Sometimes, we lack a word for it. We lack a word for it. I think you're the one who came with the perfect phrase for it. We said they were lucky. Some say they were what. you define it as a team with moments. And like I said, you can win cups with moments. You can't win like this on league games. You know, this is the inexperience that I talk about. Chiefs, they're going to continue missing chances because of the inexperience, because they're rushing decision making. They just don't relax and say, guys, let's score because we have the chance, you know? So yeah, but
okay,
it's one of those that I said, they'll win cups, definitely, you know, it's not luck. It's moments, a good side to treat moments, but definitely they can't win the league like this, you know, because on the balance of play, if this is a league game, it's a draw.
Okay,
you know, and 2 points dropped.
Let me go to Mitoma. Mitoma fan account. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Tell me, what are your thoughts about this game?
I came to double down. Jose, he's not a good manager. For a Spanish manager, I don't understand how you don't understand, or your teams can't play with any tempo or any rhythm. Why it's so vertical all the time. Granted, the players that are there are the type of players you want to play, like behind the line, very quick, vertical. I understand that, right? But now when you're playing against a team that has a mid block, one thing that Sundowns do, and I'm not a Sundowns fan personally, but one thing they do is that they drop the line quite deep, the defensive line quite deep, and they draw the opposition, and then they play with third man movements. They play a pass through the lines, and simple things like that that Pirates don't display. I don't know if they can challenge for the title. I don't know if they might win the cups here and there. You never know because it's luck. But as of the title, I don't know. I don't see it. I think they're going to draw a lot of games.
So tell me about the midfielders. As you say with Sundowns, they drop very far back. They look for passes between the lines after they've sucked you in. Are the Pirates midfielders, especially the guys who play in the base, the CDMs, the CMs, are they willing to come back and collect that ball and be the third person run, be the ball out? Because for me, it seems as though they've got a lot of attacking players, but not necessarily players who can progress a ball.
So I think I'm behind a little bit on your feed, Yabo. But there was just a highlight now where Sundowns were playing a long ball into the winger. You're not Sundowns, so the Pirates were playing a long ball into the winger. And they were positioned, the defenders were positioned in a line of 4, basically, and there was no one in front of them.
Yeah.
That to me says that that's tactical, regardless of the players that are there, or the players who are available. It's a tactical decision for Ribeiro to put all of his players against the back line and look for that vertical pass instead of, or the long vertical long ball instead of the vertical pass in between the lines. Yeah, that's just but yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. no problem.
I don't see it.
Debs, how's this game gonna end, Debs? Go.
It was a clean goal.
Yeah.
Clean goal. This boy is quality.
So, Debs, are you guys gonna defend now, or are you just gonna sit back now?
I will pack the ball.
Okay.
The stadium is ours.
Yeah.
And we're taking the MTN champion.
No, thank you, Debs. Let me go to Kubo. Kubo, how's this game gonna end?
As long as Bongila Tom, I'm free. What do you mean now? Now, on a serious note, man, George, how can I, as a supporter, like lay a complaint against this referee?
I'm sure there's a suffer. There's some structure.
No, man. Every time when this team always has to win, he's always there. But when I got this Costa high, and like I know fine, you can say I'm crying. I'm not crying, but every time, every mistake, our guys here, something has to be done. This can be our best referee that we have in South Africa. Our something is up. And why is it every time when Pirates play, he's there? All of this thing of having a chairman as the owner, like Kalohang, but so man, now guys, this guy needs to recuse himself from Sundowns and Pirates because clearly, no, there's something happening with them. Oh, by the way, ne, can we talking about a Pirate team ailing Seville, ailing overseas to do their preseason and get the results that they. There's no unity amongst these players. As they play, they rely on individual theatrics and talents of their players. Ne? My guy, not give what a pirate, they will do anything. And this thing about Jala, it's sustainable because that is how they play.
Yeah.
Boko we na di kapo ka kamita ya bona ba itsang ka di referees help ka abracadabra bitare aka one mara there's no competition for us mo go down never taste the league ever go botse league why one even now ke lebeletse now I'm bored can nate shame I'm just hoping hore somehow karma atle very soon so Supersport I can equalizer and never better happen like last minute. That's all I'm hoping for.
Let me bring it to Pega. Pega, how's this game going to end?
Before I say that, I need to clear something up. I've got a Jojo tank for MK. He will be crying tears. He's not winning anything. He's not winning anything. Even the referees won't be on his side. His brown envelope is depreciating now. It's not going to work. They must keep crying. But I think Pirates will win by luck. Probably 3-2.
3-2. Oh, you see 2 more goals in this game.
Yeah, no, I see another goal.
Okay. Mitoma fan account, how is this game going to end according to you?
I think Pirates are going to score another one. Just J out of luck, out of nowhere, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, long term, obviously, this is. I actually think that Supersport might actually finish above Pirates, honestly, based on this game or Lunga.
Yeah.
Because at the very least, with Supersport, there's a game model that makes sense.
Okay.
Pirates, they seem like a mishmash of too many different ideas. There's no repeatable patterns up. I don't know. But yeah, Pirates to win the game.
Okay. No, thank you to everybody that joined the panel. It's a messy game. Supersport there with a chance, saved by Chain. It's a messy game. At this point, it's all broken down. At this point, we're watching 2 teams just hitting each other. You know when boxers get into the 10th round and they're just hitting each other. It's just, there's no longer a move or a tactic. The questions that I'm asking go down to Pirates, where I think they rely a lot on having attacking players. They rely a lot on having players that are going to push forward and hopefully something will happen. If I was to describe what Pirates does sometimes in these games, they hope that something will happen. And that tactic is not bad when you are in the ascendancy. When you are there and everything is going right, Pirates can give you 6 if they want to. But when things are going wrong and you actually need a structure and a system and a way to play, then the problem is that that won't give you the consistency that you need. That's why Pirates is up and down. At any given moment, Pirates can give you 5-0. I said, and I maintain, Pirates is the scariest team in the league for me, because on their day, you can easily catch 6 goals, and Orlando will be the worst place. But they're not the most consistent because they can't consistently do that over and over and over again. They can't again bring that thing up in themselves where they play like that. So for me, that's why I'm saying, Pirates, wonderful team, but they lack consistency. Sundowns, amazing team. Maybe not as dangerous, But they'll take their 1-0, their 2-0, and they'll manage games, and they'll carry on doing it for games on end in a row. That's what Pirates needs to change, guys. That if there's one thing Pirates needs to learn, it's just that. Otherwise, it's an incredible team. Let me just make sure that everything is fine. We're going into the second half of extra time, so I'm just going to do this. Okay, we're going into the second half. Let me see who's here just for this period. And then... But anyway, yeah, it does... I agree with all of the comments that spoke about how disorganized Supersport shouldn't be giving such a tough game. But again, I don't think it's really down to Supersport.
Yeah, siyangkhona uthi.
What do you
Ngikhulume
think?
noSaleng. Bathi Saleng angazi bathi hey mina grammar ini ngicela balungise.
Yeah.
Alaze nethi. Aqeda ukubeka imic ubuye ubhuti. Alaze nethi. Ngambona disappear from the comment section. Ngathi ngibhakaniye yitshela mkhwayona. And I want to win it will be a sweet victory for most Buccaneer fans because we still have Vincent Pule in our hearts.
Yeah.
And the fact that he registered, this is your winner, makes it nice. But hey, my favorite player, Chava, has to work on his attitude. He could have gotten a red.
Yeah.
At the ref spotted bet. That for you. So nje akalungisa attitude yakho boy siyamdinga moving forward.
Okay.
And then Gavin Hunt naye ayikufana nokhulu labomhlave ayikufana nokhulu labomhlave uyayibona into iqale ngekhanda angisakhala lapha uze la actually usiwe been crying for everything name child school and boy and you can't come by sending
Yeah.
he must behave
So mnandi. Okay, no. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Let me go to Tagati. Tagati, welcome to the show. How are you?
Ita, Uzera.
Ah, man, Kimnati. We won us one game. How do you see this game? How is it going to end?
It's a fair, balanced game. There's nothing much to write home about because they have got moments, Pirates here and there, but they missed chances. Because remember, Pirates is a team that plays very fast. That's why it's not easy to maintain the way they play when it comes to the league. Remember, last season, I think towards the half of the season, they were almost on par with Downs. But then I think 4 games in a row, they fell off. There's another third goal.
Third goal. Was that not offside?
Oh, that's Mahopa, third goal.
Yeah, Mahopa, third goal. Guys,
remember, Mahopa can peel off very quickly. Saleh.
Let me just change the score.
Peel off very quickly, but then there was a rebound. I'm not sure.
Oh, Gavin has been given a red card. Wasn't that offside, Mara? The Saleng wasn't Saleng offside. But anyway, you can continue, Tagati. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's fine.
They are very quick on the break, and especially if Saleng when they win.
Yeah.
So what's interesting for me is to see this season when Pirates compete for the league, CAF Champions League. What is it now? Black Label. They are already emptying it. Nedbank. What is that one that I'm missing? I just want to see them. I wish they can progress to the group stages of the CAF Champions League and try to make to the 60 mark on the points, because I think the team that will compete for the league has to have to hit the 60 points mark. Yeah.
Okay. Let me bring you Shamase.
So if they progress on this one, I'm happy. So I hope the Pirates Sundowns go so that we meet again, maybe somewhere semi-final or final.
Okay. Like Bata Sundowns. Let me go to Shamase. 3-1. Game over.
Thanks, Buddha.
MK. Ngiyakhumbula ngiyakhuluma ngoKim Wood. And ngiyayibona ukuthi Supersport when Kim Wood is there, defend. It doesn't attack. Ngale ndlela ebese attack ngayo. So if iPirates ifaila ukona amagoli awu5 etimini njenge Supersport enama signings amasha, how can they be strong with team solid? So I'm too scared ngalesi squad sePirates asinayo consistency. Baleka leadership, but they need to work on something because second game ye-league abazoyidlala ne-Supersport uGavin Hunt uzobalimaza. And he'll hunt them for the revenge because kade sixoxe lento earlier on ukuthi there's new players in the squad, but they gelling well ne-team previous. But the game is over njengamanje.
Okay.
There's nothing much that can happen.
Here comes Paris again. Oh, God.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu.
No, thank you, Shamase. Sipo, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good, OT. I'm good.
Sipo, tell me about this game, man. Tell me about this game. Is this 3-1 score, is it reflective of the game?
OT, not because I'm a Pirates fan.
Yeah.
But, you know, Pirates has got talented players. That one we have to agree.
Yes.
They've got a good squad, yes. And consistent from last season, we've only signed one player. And that's what I think 2 or 3 players, but they're not even playing.
Yeah.
So this team is used to playing with each other. My only challenge is why can't we bring VAR? Especially for the big games like Sundowns, Pirates, Chiefs, Sundowns, and all this. Not all the games.
I get it unfair.
Because our referees are blundering, and in category A games it's gonna be a problem.
I hear you. I hear you, but can you imagine I'm playing a category D game and Banropa, but then I know Horekakwa, Sundowns and Sundowns and Pirates, they got to call on VAR. So it would be a little bit unfair for the non-category A guys without, can't we get fair treatment, if that makes sense?
No, the challenge with VAR is that it needs a good stadium. So those categories are not playing in good stadium compared to this one. So you play FNB, you play Loftus, you're playing PE, Cape Town Stadium, and then Bloemfontein Stadium is World Cup Stadium. So that can accommodate VAR. But I'm still saying they can pilot it like that. They can start with the big matches because that's where we get more of people complaining. Because whether you like it or not, OT, you've got more Chiefs and Pirates supporters in South Africa, whether you like it or not. So mostly these games are the ones who will pull people to play.
Yeah.
I saw the handball for Supersport. That was a handball. But VAR is needed. VAR is needed in category A games so that at least, because these are the games that advertise our football to the world. Yes, because people from UK and Europe will be watching Chiefs. So you need good officiating. So VAR, OT, VAR. But the Pirates team is consistent from last season. The squad is consistent. There's not much changes. Like Supersport, they were playing 4 or 5 new players. I think it was Modi, it was Pule. Yeah, there were more new players. Even the substitute from Gavin, they are new players who are not part of the team. Pochen Pool, Sanuka, Ayer. Yeah, I'm just watching the lineup there. Yeah.
Okay.
That's my point. Let's bring VAR into the PSL. Maybe in category 8. Then
Okay. No, Presley, but thank you so much. Let me go to Blessing. Blessing, 3-1. Are you happy now?
Yeah, I'm happy. I told you.
Mara, I still like you win, Anna. Blessing.
Awa, yona ela saleng ela awa.
Yeah.
Offside.
Offside.
Ela yona offside.
Jwale, litlo wina jwang if a le ka di offside. Tlo etsang ka hobane Supersport ile feel a tough time.
Yona re feel tough yo. Mara yona ke a rena right.
Okay. Le ba o batla mang next round?
Nna ga botse ba bone ke no te patlela Sundowns re ntšhisa tloga.
A le ba batle ka final, le ba batla no.
Re ba batla no.
Okay. No, Blessing. Thank you. Agent, my brother, 3-1. Interesting game, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we need other superlatives. Interesting, not necessarily. But I think I'm glad that uncle of this group has ukhalimile shamani ko khalima le nna but ukhalimile, so I won't reiterate, but I think I'm called a double agent for simply being a football fan. I'm a very avid football fan. I love football, so I wouldn't want with the boy with Tito to go down the drain like I've seen others. I'm glad that even Paris fans picked up on that he needs to work on his attitude. Good players lose their goodness just like this with this kind of attitude. There's a very thin line between confidence and arrogance. And arrogance, you need to show arrogance on the ball, not with your attitude. So I think it's something that I hope the coach can say a word or two with him, but looking at what is it called? Netflix series, whatever it was called.
Change Room.
I don't know if Jose has that in him, I think, I don't know if it was you or someone who raised that. Sometimes you're going to question if, looking at those things, if Jose has in him to fix this kind of things, because it looked like he doesn't have that in him from the series that we have watched. So I hope it's something that he works on, and those who are close to him, hopefully they just take him by the side and talk to him about it. That's the first point that I want to talk about. And then again, on Supersport side, I'm surprised that he is one of the experienced heads in the camp, but he's not on. When the second half started, I talked of the experience that is now going to be experience time, where you need level heads. On the balance of play, Supersport should have scored a goal at least or two. They had the better chances. But because of the lack of experience, the water boils or the blood boils more because of that youthfulness, and I think that's what led them down at the end of the day, And then I think as a final point, before I speak as a fan, as a football fan, what was done to correct the mistakes refs did? We know VR is not coming. Good, sharp, cool. But what was done to the refs over this preseason to say, guys, let's correct these mistakes because this has the same problems that we encountered. You know, I know some because when other teams benefit, they cry foul that other teams are benefiting. When others are benefiting, we start looking for fancy ways like flaunting, simple flaunting. But it's benefiting nonetheless, you know. But again, for me, I kept on saying, even when Sundowns was benefiting, that for me, yes, Sundowns is benefiting. I don't think it's brown envelope or anything. It's just that our refs are not capable, you know. And even when Pirates and other teams are really benefiting, it's like our experienced refs are leaking somewhere, you know. So what was done, you know? But again, that's a conversation that I think we'll have on Monday in full. But I'm not gonna blame the ref. I'm gonna blame the PSL again and say, guys, what did you guys do to correct the same mistakes that we saw from last season? You know, again, it some things are a cheaper option. People forget that in Europe they introduced I don't know if I should call it a fourth official or fifth official, but don't understand behind the lines. I don't know if you could call him. So why not start with that? Because you don't have money for ref, you know. Because most of the contentious decisions are in that 18 area on both sides, you know. So that could reduce the number of mistakes that happen. That's a suggestion. But again, champions do what champions do and champions win, you know. So contrast to Pirates,
Okay, let me go to Sugar Spice. How are you doing? Welcome. Sugar Spice, are you with me? Okay, let me go to 014. 014, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
I'm good, and you? How's it?
I'm good. 014. Coming to the end of extra time is 3-1. What are your thoughts about this game?
Firstly, good for Pirates, you know, not a season, win games, right? But I'm not going to touch on what Agent said about the refereeing. I think we also could be a lot better. Could be a lot better. But I'm honestly very, very disappointed as a Pirates fan. More Pirates.
Okay.
The same mistakes that I saw the entire preseason campaign, right? And last season, one of our biggest mistakes is defensively. We're not good. I won't lie. And we take such big risks every time we leave two men at the back. Very risky because we are not that good. You understand? And honestly, I'm very disappointed in Orlando Pirates for not finding a way to fix our defense, because that for me is going to be what separates us from being a league challenging team to bottling it and losing the league after match day 10. Because I know how we play.
So how do you fix it? If you're looking at this team and I was to say, I'm making you Jose Mourinho, what would you do to remedy some of those problems?
Personally, get other defenders. That's the only solid man. And I'm not talking about him in terms of like he scored today. No. That's solid. He keeps his line. He has the composure. We need more Ndaz in the squad. Everyone else is very lackluster and very frustrating. So I don't know tactically what I could do, because Jose Mourinho is an attacking coach. He's very good at attacking football, you know. And with that, you need a solid defense. But he needs to get better players. He needs to just get a better defense. But yeah, not convincing. Definitely gonna lose the Champions League. I think these qualifiers, they're gonna lose. I know.
Okay. Let me end it off with Howza. Welcome to the show, my brother. A win is a win. A win is a win.
You know, it's not a win, it's a deserved 3-1. It's a deserved 3-1. You know when I said we're gonna win by 2, when I was looking at how close the game was gonna be, you know, and the first 90 showed that, you know. Here's my thing, you know. when I said that Pirates is still the same Pirates that played last season, I
Yeah.
was talking about the good and the bad, 014 mentioned something about our defense, It's you still see the flaws, There's the big chances he's talking about. I mean, I can pinpoint them, you know. It's still the same thing, but I'm really hoping that we're gonna sign the defense. The referees are still the same thing. Nothing has changed. And what's his name? Agent said it. When teams win, most of the time we assume that it's there are brown envelopes involved. But when you look at it really, you realize that the quality of the refereeing is the one that jeopardizes small teams.
Yeah.
I would rather favor the big teams over the small teams as a referee. It's not usually most of the time the brown envelopes are involved. But then in today's games, yes, there were mistakes by the referee, but I don't think there were the major what do you call them? Major faults. The two handball calls from Supersport. I mean, even big referees miss that. I don't even think it's a handball that you should call on. But then as they say, when we win, people are crying. When we lose, they wanna laugh. Oh, come on.
Can I ask you? As you say, it's the same Pirates as the good and the bad. It's the same Pirates.
Yeah.
Does that worry you in terms of if Pirates really wants the league? In this game, it looked like Supersport. There was a lot of what Supersport did, and some of the injuries and some of the changes where you could see that they lost the game. But then, in a game where maybe Gavin Hunt decides, you know what, I'm parking the bus. It's a league game. We go away with a point. Are you worried that Pirates maybe won't be able to overturn those type of games?
Yes. Inconsistency, man. When we look at this game, the first 90, I would say Goss was the man of the match.
Yeah.
Because the way he came out in the second, and then the way he came out in the second half, and how the game panned out, the 1-1. You're right. During the league, this is something that you should be concerned about. Goes back to our defense. I see the conversation talking about who's gonna get 60 points in the league. That scares me. We need to improve our defense. Our attack is there, we see it. But then the defense, when Hunt scores and decides to park the bus and Sundowns is leading us by 5 points, what are we gonna do in that instance? These are concerns that are still there for me. I haven't watched any of the preseason games. I saw the highlights, so I cannot come up with a conclusive opinion of how we have improved. But when I look at this game, it feels like it's still part of last season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, how's that? Let me bring in Vuyo. Vuyo, welcome to the show. How are you, my brother?
Hey, I'm good. To know you.
I'm good. Vuyo, 3-1. What did you think of this game?
OT. The refereeing, bro. That first yellow card of Pitso Mosimane, it's a red card. You know why? He's the last man standing. If Pule passed Mosimane, it's 1-1. It's denying the opponents to score. It's a red card. I don't want to speak about penalties and what, but the refereeing is very poor, bro. Not only for Pirates or for the refereeing.
How do we fix the refereeing, Vuyo? How do we fix that issue? If we can.
We need VAR. This referee is the same referee that last season Orlando Pirates benefited to win the MTN 8. It's the same referee. But let's say congratulations to Orlando Pirates.
Okay. Let me go to Malome Kuzo. O ikreile thunyana ya hao, team ya hao ya krea trinyana ya teng. Bawina, how do you feel?
Mr. OT. Ngifuna ukuthakazela ibhakaniya ne. Mara I think more than more than improving the referees, we need to improve our fans. Our fans must improve their knowledge on football.
Oh.
Did Vincent Pule have control of that ball?
No.
So why would you give a red card? Because some player has to do with control. Buyo, you must not wish for us to benefit. When we benefit, we will tell you that we benefited. And then the handball, how far was that ball, Mr. Oti?
Pretty far. It wasn't, was it?
When Susane hit that ball against him, by the way, but how far was it?
Very
right,
close.
No, like literally very close. Which is another one that removes the handball. It distance. So how can you give a penalty for that? The other one, it clearly hits the chin. So, Nina, instead of uploading good referees, Nifuna bad decisions in jail for fun. I think we must improve the quality of our supporter. Who Lindo always says, if football is crying out for our analysts, I think it's also crying out for our supporters who understand the rules of the game. You understand? And Mr. OT, I don't have 4 league titles under my name as a coach. But I can tell you for free, which you contact the coach dictates how the players behave.
That's true.
If you coach and you are crying for each and everything,
yeah,
you tend to affect the psyche of our players. And
yes.
If you passport based until Gavin Hunt just lost it. And then about cause before offside. How do you think you can see offside when Olaisman has a better view of the offside? And when you and replay, he's so deep. But you cause we need to understand the rules better, and we need to understand our vantage point. I understand. I always tell my players before you argue with me, go and watch the replay because there's always a school to passport. You have the access to your replay. Coach, watch the replay and then come and scream. If you're able to right decision, keep quiet. Who are us? Because you end up affecting your own players. And we had that chance in Supersport. Where that striker,
yeah.
And then I the striker balloons it. That's what you complain for as a coach. Because you know a chance score. You complain for interference during the week. You are coaching these boys. Your own players are failing. Well, if you now coach the whole week, if you coach and then those 3 instances, the referee called them properly. That ball was very close to him. That other one was on the chair. That red card can't be a red card. Pula had no control. And then calling you corner my can't but you boy, no head either. Who's one card with Esa, Lazar hate among. Unless we Puma will be a
okay.
What is this, Mr. OT? Now we must force ourselves to say we benefited. Like how this was the first one to say we benefited against Sundowns in the MTN8. Whereas all those calls are spot on. Now we must be forced to say, yeah, we benefited. Guys, for me, I have not seen, I will not comment on the third goal because I have not seen the rerun of that one. But for me, all those other calls were spot on. And you ought to congratulate the referee when he does a good job. When the referee does a bad job, you must call him out. But on those 2 handballs, from what I saw, I could be wrong, but from those 2 handballs, that looked like good calls, and from that red card, it looked like a good call.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr.
OT. This season supporting.
It's and
that's why. I know we need it's good to have other perspectives. As you say, like some of the things can be explained, and sometimes you don't have those explanations. Rebona the thing that we saw. So I like that you came on and spoke about it from that perspective as well. Let me go to Samza. Samza, can you close it for me today? 3-1, Pirates won. They're through to is it the semis? They're through to the semifinals. How do you feel about this game?
No, Mr. Oti, how are you?
I'm good, thanks to you, my brother.
I'm good, my brother. Good decide, man. Pirates deserve to win this game. Pirates deserve to win this game. I mean, first spot will be the way, man. Pirates is the same team from last season. Nothing changed from that. I'm saying this from the point. I don't know. But they're playing good football. Right, so then, in terms of the refereeing, I'm worried about the linesman on the right hand side. They didn't look fit to me.
Yeah.
So other than that, how much that they've tried, man. It was a difficult game for him based on his history. So, but my only concern, Uti, is Gavin Hunt.
Yeah.
He can't be like this. He can't be shouting everyone, man. I was looking at the back and said, so, like, people thought of that play, people thought of that fighting the road. And if I may ask, Oti, what was their plan?
Hey.
Because they only played after Pirates scored.
Yeah.
From the first goal, they only played after Pirates scored. They will play, Pirates scores, then they go out and play. Get a goal, from there what happened? Supersport was not there. So, my man, now, I was taking my time watching this game over Pirates, Supersport will win.
Yeah.
And at some point, I said to myself, he's not a Supersport of yesterday. The way that we're playing today, no.
Okay.
No, Gavin must just sort out this team.
No. Samza. For time's sake, thank you so much, Samza. To close it off, guys, please follow if you have not followed. If you're watching for the first time, there is a normal show, which is Monday to Thursday at 7 p.m. I am here and we have these conversations as we are very interactive, like I'm showing you right now. Now, the score was 3-1. Orlando Pirates beat Supersport United. And that is how they're going to go to the next round. Now, there's a couple of things for me that I'm hearing. I'm hearing people say that this is the same Pirates. And I'm hearing people say that Pirates are still making the same mistakes or still have the same vulnerabilities, still have the same strengths. Now, if you have the same players or pretty much the same players with the same strengths and weaknesses, with the same play, with all of that, how is that going to work going forward in the season? Like I said, Orlando Pirates is the most dangerous team in the PSL. Dangerous. Pirates could give you 4 on any given day. Pirates could give you 5 on any given day. They can overwhelm you on any given day. The only problem is that they're not consistent. That's why I said dangerous, not best. So Pirates needs to learn how to be consistent. Pirates needs to learn that games like this in the league, if we're being 100% honest, they end 1-1. If this was the league, Supersport shuts the back door, they put on defenders, and they take their point and go home from Orlando. So Pirates needs to be able to up the ante and play. What's worrying me about Pirates, honestly speaking, is that Orlando Pirates doesn't progress the ball very well. So if you're not playing a transition game, so if you're not playing a team, if you watch Supersport towards the end, they were very reckless. Because obviously it's a cup game, they had to take people forward, right? And that's where Pirates got their transitions and they got to score because why? You win the ball up high, you play it up, you have 3 players running abos saling abos banban, which is great in these type of games. But in games where, in the first part of this game, when Supersport was a little bit more disciplined, that long ball from Da to the wing, means that Mfukeng is out of the game, Saleng is out of the game, Mabasa is out of the game. Tito has to do a lot more to get into the game. So that's 4 players you've minused because they can't counter-attack in those situations. So now Pirates needs to learn how to build the ball from the back, or they need to figure out how to build the ball from the back. They need to figure out how it goes from Tshwane and it goes into the midfield and it gets to Tito so Tito can distribute it. Right now, the Pirates midfielders don't want to come back and play that football. When Munara is on the pitch, that's usually what he does. He runs away. So Pirates need people that can take responsibility there in the middle, and they need to be a little bit more focused in defense. These games they'll win. These games they'll win. Pirates came alive when Supersport started having to chase this game and try win. Because they hit you, like I said, in the mouth. Supersport, on the other hand, I'm scared for this season with the Supersport. I'm very scared. I'm scared on 2 fronts. Number 1, Grobler's out. You're going to get injuries. You seem to have experienced players in the starting lineup, but not necessarily on the bench or that many on the bench. But more importantly, what happens when it's hot? You can't lose your cool. Most of this game on Supersport's side was lost because they lost their cool. Their coach was screaming, their players are screaming, their players are disorganized because now they're getting hot-headed, barakana, they're doing all of these things and then they lose. This is what, again, also on their side, loses you league games and things like that. You can't play important high games and also be high and complain and do all of that. Somebody said in the comments that the way your team acts and behaves and moves is up to your coach. And Gavin Hunt, for as incredible a coach as he is, you guys know I love him. These past few years have been him getting angry and him complaining and him, like, you watch his team take his persona at times. Cooler heads could have done something here. It's not like Supersport got outplayed by Pirates. But they lost their cool. I don't necessarily want to speak about refs because it's part of our football now. Wrong, right, whatever, it's part of our football. That these are the type of calls that we're going to get. So I don't worry myself too much about the refs. Whether it's even when Chiefs is playing, I really don't want to speak about the refs too much. But like I said, Pirates, well done, I guess, for going through. Well done for finding a way. This is what Pirates is in cup games. Even when they don't play well, their individual players stand up and count themselves. So well done to them. They're going through. It is 3-1. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you have not followed, please follow. At the end, again, next week, Monday to Thursday, I'm here, the live show. We're going to dissect this game properly on Monday and speak about it properly on Monday and even touch on some of the issues that we've spoken about. Then we will carry on over the week. I am also a content creator. As you can see, I've got videos out. There's a video I have out right now on YouTube, on my YouTube, the Overthinking Football Show, that speaks about how much it actually costs to run a PSL team. I did some research, found some stuff. I explained it to you. So please support there, support on TikTok, support wherever you're watching right now, to those on YouTube as well. We have a WhatsApp group, which is where we're going to be discussing a lot of these things more in depth right now. The WhatsApp group is a vibrant place, hundreds of messages each day. I'm probably going to jump off and I'm going to go speak about these things in the WhatsApp group. If you want to join, there's a link in my profile on TikTok. Click on it. There's a thing that says community. Click on that one, or WhatsApp. Click on that one. It will take you to where you need to go. On YouTube, you have to click on subscribe, click on join, and you'll gain access to the WhatsApp group where you can join me and we can have conversations nonstop. I'm not disappointed overall. I'm just disappointed that, you know, I expect so much from Pirates, and maybe it's just first game jitters and I'm being overboard. But I'm not a Pirates fan, but I'd love Pirates to be a very good team. I'm not a Supersport fan, but I'd love them to be a lot more disciplined and control the game a lot better. You can't be seeing the same things over and over every season in our football. That's not something that I want to do, but maybe they get better as they go along. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you then on Monday at 7 p.m. Bye, guys.